everyone. Welcome to Mingus Marauder Football here on KYDC AM 1696.3 FM. Along with Jackie Bessler, I'm Zach Calandra, and the big full moon rising over the cave here at Mingus High School as the Marauders are set to take on the Kingman Bulldogs here in a big section game. The Marauders, Jackie, looking to put together a winning streak. They got a big win last week, 58-0 on the road at Mojave, and look to continue the good feelings here tonight against the Bulldogs from Kingman.
Well, the Bulldogs come in with a little bit more of a respectable record, 3-3 on the year, and going back to last game against Mojave, Zach, Mingus could do pretty much just about anything they wanted to. They had a couple of defensive touchdowns. Rios picked one up and took it all the way back, 88 yards for a touchdown. Had a blocked punt by Dakota Hanks that he returned for a touchdown. On the ground, he ran for another one. We were running touchdowns left and right, a couple of passing touchdowns as well. Oh, my goodness, a lot more fun.
Left, right, up the middle. We don't care. We'll take them from anywhere.
Right. No, our Phoenix area correspondent said that we sounded much more like yesteryear.
Felt more like yesteryear.
It did.
That's what Coach Nevin said when he came off the box. From up top, he says that felt like the years in the past, right? And it absolutely did. The Marauders really rang up some big yardage and put up a lot of points on the board.
Well, we had 115 yards in the air last week, which adds to Navarez's totals throwing the ball. He is now 49 of 89, 634 yards in the air, 3 touchdowns, 5 boo-boo interceptions, though. Hanks extended. He only got 2 carries and 54 yards against Mojave, but he extends his total to 446 yards on the year.
And a big one.
44 yards, only stopped by the end of the end zone.
Now, for our fans watching at home on television there, I'd like to thank you for joining us here on Verde Valley TV, Cable 1, Channel 2, and Suddenlink Channel 2. You can see the one stat there that I'd like to see turned around, Jackie, was Navarre's touchdown to interception ratio. 3 touchdowns, 5 interceptions. Got to get that turned around.
Well, certainly so. In fact, Mingus had 5 takeaways in the game last week, 4 takeaways, pardon me, in the game last week against Mojave, and did not give the ball up. So they now have a positive turnover ratio once again, which is fantastic. In fact, they got a +5 turnover ratio so far this season. Also running the ball, Helzel has 203 yards running the ball. Navarez, 211 yards running the ball on the ground, 1,348 total yards for the Mingus Marauders on the ground. The leading receiver for the Marauders is still Rios with 280 yards, and Simmons had a receiving touchdown last week against Mojave as well. So the Mingus Marauders starting to put the stats back in line, and that's something we certainly want to see. Want to make mention rushing, I made mention of 1,348 yards, 734 yards total yards in the air. Mingus has scored 154 points, 58 of them last week, plus our first field goal of the season.
Yeah, to get the game started. Got some points on the board.
Yep. Gotta love that. Mingus able to take points and complete a drive that way. Defensively, Mingus is still going to be missing Kitchen for the rest of the season, who was so far out ahead of everybody else in tackles. He still leads the team in tackles and didn't get to play.
For the rest of the year.
Well, I doubt it. Broyles is sitting not too far behind him with 44, and Collins has 49 for the Mingus Marauders. He now leads the team of active players. Tiffany has 33, 32 for Karen, so they're starting to spread it out a little bit. 9 sacks for the Mingus Marauders, 4 interceptions, 7 fumble recoveries defensively for the Mingus Marauders, and we had the punt block last week against Mojave, and Dakota Hanks finished the job by finding pay dirt with it.
Now, the other thing that we saw last week was some of our younger players, some of the underclassmen getting a chance to play a little bit more. Speaking of the younger players, we're going to see a lot of those guys tonight as it is High Desert Youth Football Night here at Mingus High School. We'll have a lot of the youth football teams out on the field, and the cheerleaders and all that. But as far as the Marauders go, we got to see some of the younger players play last week, and they got to perform at the varsity level in ways that we haven't seen so far. Some of those kids had some big games and got to see a little glimpse of the future.
We certainly have, and we're going to see more of it probably here tonight. The freshman squad, Kingman forfeited their freshman game, didn't have enough kids, and so they Mingus was able to bring that freshman squad up to the JV level. JV winning Thursday night, last night, by a score of 56-0 over the JV squad from Kingman. And so some of those same players are going to get to be on the sideline here tonight, which will be a great varsity experience for them. And then you have the pre-freshmen, the 9, 10, 11-year-olds, and even the Mighty Might levels and the majors level from High Desert Youth Football that'll spend some time on the sideline as well.
We keep hearing a lot of blowout scores in favor of our JV squad, JB, so there might be some good things in the future here for the Marauders, and some size. It looks like there's some bigger kids coming up in the lower ranks there, the lower grades.
There we go. Lower grades, lower levels. There we go. And you're absolutely right. Absolutely right. In fact, there's a whole freshman squad, which was the Cottonwood Lobos championship team from last year. And I think they're going to try to keep a lot of those linemen together. And by the time they get to be juniors and seniors, they're going to have they're going to have 5, 6, 7 years of playing line together, which is just invaluable.
And that's with Trevor Galloway playing on the varsity squad all season.
Right. They're starting, they start to pull some of them out to the side already.
Yeah. All right, fans, let's take a quick break right here. We're back at home. The Kingman Bulldogs are in town. The Marauders coming off a 58-0 win last week at Mojave. All the way out in Bullhead. It was a nice night there. It's a beautiful night here in the full moon. We'll be back to Mingus High School for Marauder football coming up after this.
Digitel, a Verizon premium wireless retailer. Come in today for the latest from America's largest and most reliable wireless network, including nationwide unlimited talk from Motorola, LG, Samsung, Apple, and HTC. Find Digitel, your Verizon premium wireless retailer, in the Flagstaff Mall, in Cottonwood at 960 South Main Street, in Payson at 401 North Beeline Highway, and in Prescott with locations in the Prescott Gateway Mall, Willow Crossroads, and the shops at Prescott Gateway.
Would you rather recycle like this or like this? Clean Recycling processes over 95% of the materials collected as opposed to under 20% with other processes. Just add a recycling container and your recycling materials end up recycled instead of in the landfill. Just one of the many reasons Taylor Waste has been voted #1 for the past 8 years in a row.
Hi, I'm Chris Taylor, owner of Taylor Waste. We're proud to serve our friends and neighbors with service tailored to your needs.
Hi, I'm John Andretti for Window World, America's largest replacement window company. Made in the USA. That's a powerful statement. It's also our story. Window World was born here, and the products we sell and install are made here. Our stores are locally owned, so your money goes to work here in our community. We think that making American homes more energy efficient goes hand in hand with protecting American jobs. Window World, American made, American owned.
Visit the new location at 101 Air Park Road in Cottonwood. Call 649-9111, ROC number 286642.
Remember when you were younger and your parents said,
"Don't make a mess."
And remember comments like,
"Pipe down."
River. Now it's time to find your own voice.
Don't bounce the ball in the house.
Strike out on your own. Remember the rules, but don't be afraid to take chances. Explore your sense of wonder. Feed your curiosity. Yavapai College. Life explored.
Back at home in the cave, the Marauders taking on the Bulldogs here tonight. Mingus looking to string together a couple of wins for the first time this season and looking for 3 wins on the year after a big win last week, Jackie, at Mojave. The Marauders had a chance to get feeling good about themselves, get things working in the right direction, and build a little confidence.
Well, Mingus is going through the section games, and of course Division III means a new section for the Marauders, and right now it looks like Prescott Valley has the inside track to the section title as they are undefeated in the section, and Prescott sitting right behind them. In fact, those two will match up here tonight. That'll be an interesting game for those squads. Mingus finishes out the season with Coconino at Coconino, and then Prescott right here. And we were kind of looking at the PowerPoints. Prescott is sitting 14th. Mingus is right now hovering at 32nd, but Prescott at 14th. Close. Right, almost striking distance. Prescott sitting at 14. Zach, it could be that final game. Oh, my goodness. Wouldn't that be fun?
That's a great way to start out a new section. Exactly. You have a team that if they win on the last game of the season against a team that could be under 500 if they do win, it goes to the playoffs, but they don't because that Marauder team comes up, finishes 500, and knocks the Badgers off, ends their season in their hopes and sends them home in tears. Right? Oh, wouldn't that be great? But first things first, you got to win tonight against Kingman.
Right.
And then next week on the road at Coconino, which is not an easy place to win. Of course, it's going to be nice and cold up there. It's already getting down to the teens at night up there. And Coconino, although they haven't had a great season, they do have that good home field advantage.
They certainly do, although Mingus has in the several decades we've been doing Mingus Marauder football, the home field advantage has not been a great advantage for Coconino.
No, that's because we get up there and warm it up in the box.
Right.
First thing we do, you get up in that box, they say, oh, was it 18 last night? Hi.
Right, exactly.
They want to know all the steam coming out of that announcer's box up there.
Interesting, Snowflake, who was just absolutely rolling with their season. I don't know if you noticed in Game 6, lose to Blue Ridge. They've got the curse continues.
Yeah. It's just that's what it is, Jackie. It's the curse. It's you play. I just said a little while ago. You play your big brother and you lose, and you don't know why. And it's because he's just got that one thing that you can't do, you can't stop, and that's how it is with Blue Ridge and Snowflake. It's just the big brother wins in that one, and Blue Ridge has been the best team and the #1 team up there for a long time, and they just continue to dominate up in the White Mountains.
Cactus, who started the season real well, and boy, when we saw them, they just absolutely looked fantastic. They have kind of sort of struggled here a little bit, as they are 4-3, and only 16th in the power points. They took a loss last week to Mesquite, 49-35.
Right on the edge.
All right,
Their season can go either way right now.
No doubt.
They're hoping that Mingus finishes out strong.
Right, yeah, they're looking for power points from Mingus. Last week, Paradise Valley took care of the same Kingman Bulldogs as we're going to see here tonight, a score of 35-14, and that one was almost out of hand at halftime. And Paradise Valley in Division II sitting on the bubble as well at 5-2. North,
good record,
which is a great record, but they're sitting on the bubble and could either go to playoffs or not.
Another team that's rooting for Mingus to win some games down the stretch here.
Right.
Those are big power points when your opponents win a game or two, and if Mingus can win their final 3 here, and final 4 in a row, I guess is what it would be, then that helps teams like Paradise Valley and Cactus to gain their opponents' power points.
North is 2-5, and I'm happy to gain Mingus's power points as well.
North, yeah. They're like, man, homecoming.
Oh, I know. We had 4 in a row. How about that? Bradshaw, like I had made mention, doing exceptional this year, leading the Section 3 division right now, sitting 6-1, 4-0 in the section, and they will match up with Prescott. And you're talking about another big brother situation. Prescott Valley and Prescott seem to have that same scenario over and over again. Yeah,
it makes you wonder this year. And we'll be able to get some highlights, at least some updates for scores for that game throughout the night. And that's a big game here in the battle for Yavapai County.
It is indeed.
If Prescott wins that one and we go on to beat Prescott, then it's a 3-way tie, and we'll have to play over again, 1 quarter at a time.
There you go. Flagstaff made it really interesting with a win earlier this season over Prescott, and that was a decisive blow. They are 2-1 in the section, but only 3-4 overall. They lost 37-3 last week to Prescott Valley, so Prescott Valley really took care of business against the Eagles.
Yeah, and they have been playing pretty well, Jackie, and like you had mentioned, they're sitting at, 6-1, and the Bradshaw Mountain Bears have really done a good job of putting their program back on track here in the last couple of years.
Without a doubt, Mojave is 1-6 after losing to Mingus. Kingman comes in, at 3-4. I said 3-3 earlier. They are 1-2 in the section. Coconino 1-6, 1-3 in the section. Their only win coming over Kingman, I believe. Prescott 5-2 overall, 3-1 in the section, hoping somebody is going to knock off Bradshaw, and they've got their own opportunity to take care of business and make that happen here tonight.
Yeah, well, we'll see. Some big games here in our section tonight. There's some big games all around college football and the NFL. The Cardinals played last night against Seattle. And
did they?
I thought they were going to be able to protect the nest a little better than they did last night, but Cardinals have hit some rough times with their offense. Doesn't make much sense. Bruce Arians, the offensive guru, but I guess he's still trying to get it figured out there in Phoenix.
I'm not sure he's got all the players he wants and all the pieces that he wants.
No, and they all start up front.
Yeah.
You need a left tackle like, you need your right hand because the Cardinals' left tackle is like a revolving door right now. I snap the ball and see how fast that guy can run by you.
Well, it's that way, and I don't care what division, Mighty Might all the way through professional football. The game is still won or lost in the trenches.
Not so sure in Mighty Might. I think it's won and lost by that kid that plays running back and linebacker.
All right, it might be true. But the older you get, the more important those trenches become.
No doubt about it, including here tonight. And that's always kind of been the case with Mingus. Like this year, the Marauders have a plethora of solid skill position players. The problem is up on the line. It's kind of been a bunch of new kids coming in. There's been some injuries on that line, and we've seen in the years past that when Mingus has a big, solid offensive line, and you put it together with they're going back to the well and bringing out some more skill player guys. That's the years that the Marauders really have good teams. And, unfortunately, we live in the area that we live in. You don't just have this this influx of big kids all the time. And when we do get them, those are the years that Mingus really advances well into the playoffs.
Well, yeah, we're starting to recruit out of Texas and Oklahoma, Nebraska.
It's a two-state limit. You can't go further than 2 states away.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Well, now we know what happens with Notre Dame. Hey, let's get into our
there's no state limit on them. Notre Dame plays in their special league. they have all 51.
Right. Huh. Okay. I learned something every night, huh? All right, we want to go into our Northern Arizona Rehabilitation and Fitness Injury Report, and unfortunately, it is it is filled. As we have made mention, Brennan Kitchen out for the season with that knee injury, and that's definitely going to be a problem. Cordell McKeever still out with the knee injury. We're going to try to get a little research done and find out how bad that might be or whether or not he might be back with us. Speaking of backs, Hunter Spear, a sore back, will take him out of tonight's availability as well. And want to remind everybody, if you've got a hitch and you're giddy up, you want to go to Northern Arizona Rehabilitation and Fitness. In fact, they have a free evaluation. Maybe even before you can get in to see a doctor, you can go see the professionals at Northern Arizona Rehabilitation and Fitness. And, of course, they're on Willard and the 89A bypass on the left-hand side. Beautiful building, heated pool, all sorts of things. If you need some rehab, that's the place to go.
Sounds like it, fans. Let's take a quick break right here. We'll be back with more of the pregame show. Be sure to stick around at halftime as we'll bring you our report from the Larry Green Chevrolet halftime report. And we will talk to you here in just a few minutes when we're back for more Mingus Runner football here on KYDC.
Your local Taco Bell invites you to Live Moss. There are now 3 varieties of Doritos Locos Tacos at Taco Bell. Nacho Cheese, Cool Ranch, and the new Fiery Doritos Locos Taco. Convenient hours, drive-through, and open late every night. Visit your local Taco Bell, located on the corner of Highway 89A and Cove Parkway in Cottonwood. Taco Bell. Live Moss.
Our whole team is here to help you get the most out of each workout here at the Cottonwood Recreation Center.
It's time for the year's best deals on the industry's best-selling machines during the Polaris Factory Authorized Clearance. Rebates up to $1,000 and financing as low as 2.99% on machines built to tackle your off-road passions. Hurry to your Polaris dealer today. Deals this good won't last long. Huge rebates and incredible financing going on now during the Polaris Factory Authorized Clearance.
Visit Cottonwood Motorsports at Route 260 and Western Drive.
Reese's Tire and Automotive Tire Pros give you more miles for your money. Locally owned and grown, Reese's Tire and Automotive Tire Pros will beat any competitor. Bring your best deal and they'll beat it on price, total service, tire quality, and arguably the best nationwide warranty. For 24 months or 24,000 miles and available at 30,000 locations coast to coast. Get more miles for your money every day from your hometown team, Reese's Tire and Automotive Tire Pros.
Back at Mingus High School, the Marauders and the Bulldogs ready to battle it out here tonight. Kingman in town after a 3.5-hour journey from not far from where we were last week. And they're going to wear their away uniforms, which are white with blue pants and gold helmets. And a lot of players wearing the pink out there, JB, as it is still October. And it's breast cancer. Might be breath awareness month, too. That's breast cancer awareness month.
Yeah, breath awareness is on the way home, right?
Well, yeah, that's every month.
We want to thank Digitel. Mingus Marauder Football presented by Digitel, a Verizon premium wireless retailer. And they remind you the new iPhone is out now. Order yours at any Digitel location. Easy to find next to Suzy Q on Main Street in Cottonwood, or the Prescott Gateway Mall next to Trader Joe's in Prescott. Also Payson and 2 Flagstaff locations as well. We want a big thank you to Digitel making Mingus Marauder Football possible. And here on Channel 2, Cable 1 and Suddenlink saw the cannon coming out for yet another home game.
Yeah, Jesse Dowling down there, the cannon man. Getting ready to go boom a lot tonight, we hope. That's good news for the Marauders, and that cannon's going off. That means good things are happening out here for the team in red.
Indeed it does. Want to remind everybody about the Marauder Special. If for whatever reason you are not coming to tonight's game because you can't stand anything that's colder than 62 degrees, then you can stop by Vinny's and get the Marauder Special. Pizza, a dozen knots, 4 drinks, just $20, and that deal is good all week long until we get to next game when we're going to do it again.
Well, if you're not coming to tonight's game because you can't get here, because you don't have a way to get here, JB, you can call Vinny's and get that deal and have them bring it to you.
Yeah.
They'll deliver it.
They will, indeed. Or you can pick it up.
Maybe not. Maybe I better not say that. Maybe that's not a delivery.
Well, it is now, isn't it?
I hope not. I don't know. I'm not making those decisions. That's been.
No, that's definitely true.
All right, fans, let's take a final break right here. We'll be back with tonight's kickoff coming up after this.
What so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleam.
Here in the Verde Valley, it's always a great time to ride. And for all your cycle needs, it's always a great time to visit D&K Service Cycle and ATV. Their certified technicians can keep your street bike or your dirt bike in tip-top shape year-round. Stop in and check out the full inventory of riding gear. At D&K, they can help sell your good used motorcycles too. Go to dkservicecycle.com and find out about the consignment program. D&K Service Cycle and ATV in Cottonwood, a quarter-mile south of Walmart.
2 things we can count on every year:
a new set of tax rules and great weather here in northern Arizona.
Jackson Hewitt Tax Service, locally owned and operated by Lewis Rice since 1997, is here for you all year long.
Your neighborhood Jackson Hewitt Tax Office will help you in all of your taxing situations.
Electronic filing is always free with your tax preparation at Jackson Hewitt Tax Service.
Get more in return. Call 1-800-234-1040 for an office near you.
This is Travis Reed from Larry Green Chevrolet and Hyundai of Cottonwood. People often refer to us as the people place. Let me assure you, whether it's our involvement in the community or with our customers that visit, we make it a priority to keep that reputation. If you're in the market for a newer pre-owned car, truck, van, or SUV, you'll find our selection extensive and our sales team professional and courteous. Visit Larry Green Chevrolet and Hyundai of Cottonwood, 2 dealerships in 1 convenient location just off Highway 260 next to Walmart in Cottonwood. From all of us at Larry Green Chevrolet, Hyundai of Cottonwood, and the Green Auto Group,
we're better! The Suzy Q Market is the most convenient stop for road trips, with 1,500 beverage selections and plenty of snacks. And save on Texaco fuel with your Safeway Rewards card. The Suzy Q drive-thru window is the most convenient way to pick up those essentials on the way home.
Road trips start here, with something for everyone
at the Suzy Q Market,
next to KFC on Main Street, Cottonwood.
Go Marauders!
At Mingus High School, the teams are out on the field and the captain's about ready to come out. Full moon rising coming up over the field here tonight. And our first High Desert Youth Football team is out on the field to join the Mingus Marauders here tonight in the opening quarter of the game. It is the Cottonwood Marauders, who are 5-1. JB, they lost their opening game of the year in a heartbreaker to Chino Valley, and they have been able to run off 5 in a row. They've done it in a pretty dominating style. The Cottonwood Marauders looking like a pretty good football team.
Well, they'll be on the road tomorrow at Wickenburg, and also in the Wickenburg. The Wranglers are 3-3 in the Mighty Might division, and the Cottonwood Lobos 0-6, looking for their first winning. And they'll go up against the William Tigers, also sporting an 0-6. So one of those teams will not be 0-something anymore after that one.
I hope it's the Lobos.
I hope so too.
I saw a former Marauder, and there's probably a couple of them. I don't know. I haven't really paid a lot of attention, but at least one I know of. Tracy Bowers, formerly T.C. Bowers, when he played here at Mingus High School, is out coaching those young guys. And that's nice to see when these guys grow up and they move on. And Tracy does a great job. He coaches baseball, he coaches football, he's doing a lot of that stuff. But it's nice to see these guys giving back to the community like that.
Oh, no, I've been over and been working on quite a few of them as well. Seen Robert Doss hanging around the Verde Valley. I'd like to see him get into coaching as well.
Yeah, no doubt about it. He's a great guy, too. He really is. Well, it looks like the Marauders won the opening coin toss, and they have deferred. So they're talking things over with Kingman. You guys want to go this way? You want to go that way? What's going on here? Now make a decision, son. And it looks like Kingman will defend the goal with their back to the scoreboard, and the Mingus Marauders will kick off to begin this football game.
Well, Kingman has, they've had some rough times. Talk about a cold spot. In fact, last season they were 4-6. That was their best record since 1999, and in that year they went 7-4. And other than that, wow, holy cow! It has been a dry season, not making playoffs since 1998, and the last time they had a winning record, 1999.
14 years since they've had a winning record. Just a 6-4. Just happened to have a really good kid one year or something.
No doubts about it. So they're right now 3-4, trying to match.
Trying to get a winning record.
Yeah,
on the
they're
year,
trying to match their total wins from last year.
Who do they have down the stretch here? Let's see how the Bulldogs may fare.
Well, let's go ahead and look up at them, or look
them up.
There we go. I knew I meant something.
Well, we did too.
They got Mingus tonight, and then Flagstaff and Mojave.
Oh, well, Mojave. Didn't see much from them.
Not
that
like
Flagstaff game, though.
Yeah, that Flagstaff game could be tough.
Of course, a loss tonight would make them have to
win both.
To win out, to not have a winning record, but just not have a losing record. That wouldn't be a winning season.
No, it wouldn't. At the same time, sometimes if you've had that kind of a dry spout, you look at 5-5 as a winning season.
Hey, we didn't have a losing season that year. We're going out for ice cream. I think they had a good ice cream place there, too, right on Route 66 in Kingman.
Did they?
I think they still do. It's like one of those little diner type of places that people used to go stop at when they were going from Chicago to L.A. or wherever they end up. Here's the kickoff. Jacobo will get it underway, and here we go. Bounce at the 10-yard line and into the end zone for a touchback. Well, that's a good way to start it. Jacobo was able to get the Marauders' defense out on the field with 80 yards behind them, and that kick bounced around the 10-yard line and stayed inbounds when it bounced into the end zone, and those are the ones you worry about because it takes that weird bounce that goes out of bounds. It'd be all the way out to the 35. Actually, I think they've sent them out to the 40 these days, don't they? No, it's 35.
No, still 35.
Well, it's close.
Unless we've rewritten rule books.
Well, we've been known to do that.
Tyler Logus, the quarterback, he's senior. Apparently he is a dual threat, keep the play alive kind of kid. He's going to be almost a scat back at the quarterback position.
Their main man, though, is going to be number 10, Joe Scott. And here's a handoff coming right up the middle and testing that Marauder interior defense, which isn't budging much. They're moving east to west and not far downfield, a gain of 1. Jackie, a halfback, number 10, Joe Scott, 285 yards and 5 touchdowns the last 2 weeks.
No, he's done certainly well. There's no doubt about it. He is going to be their two go-to guy. Tyler Logus, by the way, will probably, if he goes out, rolls out, not a real big threat to throw the ball. I'm not sure he's got a 100-yard passing game so far this year.
Hit him hard, hit him hard. Fullback Daniel Williford played his first game last week. Now he's back in there at fullback, and they're looking to throw. And they're going to throw to big old number 10. He makes a spin move at the 18-yard line, and now down the sideline he goes. He'll be across the 30 and knocked out of bounds around the 32 or 3-yard line. It will be a first down. A screen pass out in the backfield that time to number 10, Joe Scott, who picks up the first down.
It looks like they're going to do anything they can to get the ball in his hands. And when you're short on, make it or break it kind of players, I think you're going to do a lot of relying on the same people. Of course, that makes it easy to key on them, Zach.
First down and 10. The Bulldogs pick up a first down on their initial possession. Come out in the power I formation. 2 receivers on the right-hand side. They're going to hand off, sweep into the left. Alongside of the field, the Marauders are able to catch up after a short gain. It looks like they'll give them progress to the 35-yard line, where it will now be second down and 9.
Kingman's actually got a player from yesteryear that played in the NFL. How about that? Former tackle Trey Gillio in 2008. Plays for the New York Jets. He's 6'7", 310 pounds. Played for NAU.
How'd you like to have to stock that refrigerator? Second down and 9. Bulldogs come out in an I formation. Here's a snap. Looked like the fullback move. They didn't call it. And the handoff is going to sweep to the left-hand side. First down yardage down the left-hand side of the field across midfield. And finally tackled out of bounds. Noah Spry, number 2, with a big gainer and onto the Marauder 47-yard line, where will be first down and 10 Bulldogs.
18 yards on the scramble out there, and he just found some open yardage, some open space to go to.
And they'll set the sticks and wind the clock. We are here just underway in the opening quarter, opening drive of the game. 10-17 on the scoreboard. Bulldogs moving onto the Marauder side of the field, and they'll stand in I formation. 2 receivers split wide to the left side this time. Tight end working on the right. Here's a snap, and the quarterback drops back, and he'll hand off. They get it to Scott, who goes through a hole in the middle and running over Marauder defenders inside the 30-yard line, and finally tripped up and down around the 26, where it will be first down and 10 Bulldogs. Jackie, nice opening drive by this Kingman football team. The only pass has been the screen pass that they opened up for a first down. Other than that, the Bulldogs have been rushing the ball down the field.
And doing it with success right down the gut against the Mingus Marauders, who have over the lately been very good against the run.
Encroaching on the Marauder red zone. First down snap. Here it is. Pitch coming to the right-hand side, trying to get to Scott. Scott following a blocker to the Marauder sideline. Stiff arm at 25, and he's going to be knocked down there. A loss of a yard on the play. Good play by the Marauder defense. Dakota Hanks in on the tackle that time. Took the stiff arm and went for the man. Got the tackle and only gave up maybe a yard. It looks like he's going to lose about a yard back to the 25.
Dakota Hanks, we saw that he only ran the ball twice last game against Mojave, but looks like he has earned a full-time position on defense.
Tyler Logus, the quarterback, one of these guys that runs over to the sideline after every play. He's either trying to get the personal coaching from the coach, or he's getting ready for basketball season. Second down and 11 play. Looking left, throwing left, wide open guy on the left, and it's Scott. He'll catch the ball, but it'll fall down in doing so, and he'll be marked down at just shy of the 20-yard line. So it will be now third down and about 7 here for the Bulldogs. Well, the Marauder defense now, the chance to come up with a stop on third down. However, I'm not sure if the Bulldogs wouldn't go for it on fourth here at the 20.
Don't have any stats on whether or not they've got a kicking game, but that would be interesting, and we should find out here pretty soon.
We'll find out after this play. Well, maybe. Third down and 7. Here's a snap. Quarterback fakes left. Now he's rolling out, flushed out of the pocket, and in trouble on the right. Looking downfield, tucks the run, and he's knocked down for a loss back to the 22. And now it'll be fourth down and about 9. Well, it depends. 8 or 9 yards here, depending on the spot. And the Bulldogs will look to kick a field goal. Oh, wait, no, it looks like a kid putting a shoe on. It's number 5, the quarterback getting a shoe. No, they are bringing out the kicking tee, and they're going to attempt a field goal. This will be marked, well, right between the 29 and 30-yard line, so we're going to give them the benefit of the doubt and call it a 40-yard field goal attempt for old number 95, I believe, Adrian Ochoa. Here's the snap. Good hold. Kick is up. Ooh, and it is short. Looked like it was online, but it was short. So the 3-point field goal attempt is no good. It was 92 Lucas McFarland, rather, that had the attempt, and the Marauders will come up with a stop on their defense on the missed field goal. Mingus will have the ball for the first time here tonight. 7:35 on the clock, and the Marauders will have the ball for the first time. Score tied 0-0.
Well, good job, Mingus. The defense bending but not breaking, and well, we found out right there they're not going to be afraid to go for a 40-yard field goal, huh?
No. First down and 10, Marauders quickly with the snap and a pass to the right side. Navarez over the head of the intended receiver, and it falls incomplete, bringing up second down and 10. Hey, baseball fans, St. Louis taking it to the Dodgers at the end of 3. It's the Cardinals 4, the Dodgers yet to get on the board.
Well, the Miracle team really close to being gone bye-bye, huh?
Well, we're looking at a Boston and St. Louis Cardinal World Series at this point. Boston taking care of business against Detroit again yesterday. Second down and 10 play, and here's the snap. Navarez looking to throw. Navarez will throw high and out of bounds, intended for, I think it's number 88. That's Simmons, Zach Simmons that time. The tight end was the intended receiver. And Navarez 2 throws, both of them a little high. And now third down and 10, Mingus at their own 21-yard line. Well, the ball started right at the 20-yard line, Jackie.
Well, interesting. Mingus going to the aerial attack real quick right from the start. Wondering if they think they may have some trouble running against this Kingman defense.
They split 4 wide, 2 on either side, 1 back in the backfield, and they will fake the handoff. Now Navarez is going to run to the 25, to the 30-yard line. He'll have a first down and continue after contact out to the 33. Well, he had the first down. It looked like he may have had to get that extra yard. It looked like he was about the 29-yard line when the initial contact came, and then he was able to fight for it. Yeah, he's at the 29. The initial contact came, and he was able to slide past that guy and then wrestle 21 and it looks like 10 to the ground after a gain of 3 more.
Great block by Gallon Leo, by the way, from taking out the defensive end on the far side, creating a great running lane.
First down and 10, Mingus. Navarez again looking to go to the air. He's going down the field, left-hand side. Zach Simmons had a step or 2 on the defender, but the ball was thrown over his head, incomplete.
He's going to go back to the huddle and ask Navarez how fast he thinks he is.
No doubt, he was wide open.
He was. He definitely had about 3 yards on his defender.
A little more air under that one, JB, and we're talking great things about Navarez to Simmons.
Came over to the sideline to see if he was still in the game. I think Coach said, go in and tell him to do it again.
Yeah, I'd run that play again. Second down and 10. Out to the 33-yard line. The Marauders look to snap the ball from the gun. Navarez fakes the handoff. Now they will hand off. A sweep coming to the left-hand side. And a couple of yards and continuing to churn going backwards is going to be Rios with the carry. And he's out across the 35 to near the 36-yard line. A gain of 3 on second. Brings up now third down and a long 7 for the Marauders.
Rios got his first carries of the year last game against Mojave. He had a couple of them, about 12, 13 yards.
And the Marauders head back to the line of scrimmage. Third down and 7 play. In motion is Helsel. They'll hand to Helsel. Going right behind the blocker. Helsel trying to get outside. And he'll make a man miss to get to the first down marker. And more out to the 45. Javin Helsel with a good continuation after contact, JB. He made a man miss. The guy he made miss was Joe Scott, the halfback and linebacker. He had him out on the right-hand side. You'll see here on our replay on television, Helsel, the stiff arm there. Watch number 10 come up to get him. And he'll just break the tackle, and he doesn't have the first down until he runs over number 25 at the sticks.
Great second and third effort out there.
First down and 10, Mingus back-to-back first downs. Inside handoff going to Hanks, testing that middle. And Hanks will continue to churn the pile forward, something we haven't seen the Marauders do a lot of this year. Continue forward after contact. He's only got about 3 yards, but it was a good, strong run in the middle to test that Bulldog interior D.
What was interesting on Helsel's run, Helsel actually had the inside huge gaping hole right through the middle. I think that's why they went to Dakota Hanks on that one.
Second down and 7, 5.5 minutes left opening quarter. Marauders initial drive, no score here in the opening quarter. And Navarez flushed out of the pocket, and now he's going to be hit and sacked for a loss of about 5 yards behind the original line of scrimmage, back to about the 44-yard line. And it will now be third down and 11 for the Marauders. And that's what Navarez just has to know. There's nothing there, and just throw it away on the sideline and save yourself 5 yards to make it remain third and manageable.
Dalton DeLong comes up and gets a hold of him. He got around the defensive end, and I thought at that point he probably felt like he was able to run the ball and get some yardage, and, well, DeLong came up and got him.
Third down and long play. Here's a snap from the gun. Navarez looking right, throwing deep down the right-hand side. He's got a man open again, and it's overthrown. And the Marauders have been able to get a little lead there on the defense going deep here, JB. We've seen on both sides, the Marauders receivers able to get open, and the ball just thrown over their head.
Well, Mingus has definitely shown and exposed the Kingman defensive backs as far as speed is concerned on the outside. Even Simmons has been in. No one's on Simmons.
Mingus to punt it away, and a high punt this time by Marshall Schill. Takes a great bounce from Mingus towards the end zone and rolls inside the 5 and will stop dead on its own at the 3-yard line, where it's marked down by, looked like Dakota Hanks or Javin Helsel. 4:28 left, opening quarter. Bulldogs have the ball for the second time. This time, they start at their 3.
Great job by Hanks getting downfield in a hurry. And that's something that it's just hard to teach football players to sprint, especially on a punt like that, sprint all the way down. Hanks isn't there. That's got a shot at rolling into the end zone.
I see the Bears coaches teaching them to sprint every practice.
You think?
Yep. 4:28 on the clock. Here come the Bulldogs with their offense back out on the field, and now a guy leaves. And shouldn't that be 12 men in the huddle?
No, he was just bringing in water.
3 backs in the end zone as they snap the play. Hand up to Scott. He's hit deep, but I don't think they got him in the end zone. It looks like he's back to about the 1. And a loss on the play of about 1. Depending on where they mark it. They mark it at the 1. It's a loss of 2. Where did they put that stick? Go on, put it down at the 1. I put it at the 2. Loss of 1. Either way, good news for the Marauders. We like it when they line up 4 guys in the end zone.
I like that. I like that a lot. Although I got to imagine that Kingman is probably going to be really, really cautious trying to potentially throw the ball out of the end zone.
Yeah, well, here's where you go in there and you stick your helmet on it. 3 running backs in the end zone. Here's a snap. No, roll out right, looking right. Nobody open. Quarterback's going to run to the left-hand side now, or, well, to his right, to our left. And it looks like he's going to have a first down all the way out to about the 14-yard line.
I think that was designed. I don't think he had any intention whatsoever of throwing the ball.
I don't know. I think he's looking for 14 out here, or 24, whichever that kid was. But who was this right here for Mingus on the play for our fans watching at home? I think it was Rios got out there defensively, and he didn't have the lane to throw it to him, so he took off and ran, and Rios ended up making the tackle. But not before a big gain of, well, 12 or 13 yards all the way. They got it marked all the way to the 15-yard line, first down and 10. I formation, wide receiver on both sides, pro set. Here's a snap, and they're going to hand off to the fullback. He goes left and goes down early. They're going to give him progress back to the line of scrimmage. Clock continuing to run here. 3:10 left to go, opening quarter. Second down and 10. Bulldogs from their own 15.
Well, great job out there. Looks like Simmons just dropped him in the hole. Tried a C gap, and Simmons said, no, see another gap. This one's filled.
Speaking of C gaps, report cards came out today, JB. I didn't see any C's on ours that came back to my place today.
Well, that's good.
That's good.
That is awesome. We expect such, right?
Right. 2:55. The clock is stopped. The officials are over, and oh, JB, we've got problems. The mini Marauders are being asked to back up away from the field.
Uh-oh.
Now the referee's back over, says, roll that clock, let's play football.
Well, that's probably a good thing. The little Marauders don't want to be too close to somebody going out of bounds.
Second down and 10 from the gun, looking left, throwing left, deep down the sideline. It's tipped in the air and incomplete. Good defense by the Marauders. Now we've seen the exact opposite. We've seen Mingus overthrowing their receivers on every snap, and this time Kingman underthrows and gives the Marauder defensive back a chance to get back and make the play.
Well, it was well defensed. It really was. I wouldn't have advised the throw in the first place because his man was covered on the outside.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, the Marauders own the outside so far. They just haven't made the plays yet. But they have owned the outside on offense and defense. And they've owned the inside too, really.
Yeah. Couple of big runs up the middle. Kingman has moved the ball on the ground a little bit, but that's about it.
Third down and 10. Big play for the Marauder D. Keep them deep and get some good field position if you can here. Throw across the middle. Tipped in the air and now tipped again up in the air and intercepted by the Marauders. Oh, well, maybe. We got arms flailing, but we don't have anybody pointing Mingus' direction. Come on now. Mingus says they intercepted it. The official saying no.
Oh, no way.
Fortunately for us,
that would be taking a interception away from Isaiah Baker.
Here's our replay, folks. And it's tipped in the air once, and it gets the receiver, and he tips it in the air again. and then diving for the ball, and it clearly an interception.
Clearly in the muddled mess there.
Yeah, clearly. So nonetheless, 4th down and 10, Bulldogs from their 15-yard line. And they will look to punt it away.
Ooh.
Oh, Marauders got a little pressure. It's a side end-over-end punt taken by the Marauders at the 46-yard line to the right side of the field. Now Jitterbug moving back to the left-hand side of the field, a wide open field to the 40. Oh, hitting the flag down. Well, all the way back to the 37-yard line. Good return that time for Herb Tiffany, but a flag came flying in as he reversed field. The Marauders probably turned around the block, and had somebody right in the back, I would imagine.
That never happens, right?
Oh, it's against Kingman.
Ooh.
Well, I think they'll add on to this run. The Marauders should have the ball down near the red zone.
That would be our first penalty of the game.
They're talking it over. His initial signal was blocking the back, or it might have been holding. I think it was blocking against Mingus.
Okay.
And now they're talking, wait a minute. Did you say it was against those guys? No, it's the other way. Okay, so the Marauders will have a little real estate then, as they mark it from the 40-yard line, I believe, all the way back to the 50, and that's where the Marauders will start. So it's like Arena League football, half a field to go, 1st and 10 from the 50-yard line. Oh, and an update, and a blowout.
We do. Prescott beating Bradshaw right now 21-0.
Here's the 1st down play. The Marauders are going to look to roll and throw. Navarre is under pressure. Now he's going to be sacked for a huge loss all the way back near the 40-yard line, a loss of 10 on 1st down, and Navarez has got to learn to get rid of that ball a little earlier, I think, JB.
Yeah, definitely. Throw the ball, young man. Throw the ball. You're out of the pocket. You can throw the ball out of bounds right there. And he didn't protect it really well. I'm glad he hung on to it.
2nd down and 21 here for the Marauders. 1:44 left to go in the opening quarter play. We're looking for our first score of the game, and we want it to be us. 2nd down play from the gun. Man in motion from right to left. Here's a handoff going up the middle to Hanks. Hanks breaking tackles it off to the races. To the 40-yard line. Hanks is pedaling down the right-hand side of the field. To the 10, to the 5. 3, 2, 1. Touchdown, Mingus! And it looks like it was Levi Collins and not Dakota Hanks. It's 34, Levi Collins with the big breakaway run for the Mingus Marauders. Collins takes it in from 61 yards out, and the Marauders are on the board first with 1:23 left to go in the opening quarter of play. 6-0 Mingus. JJ in to attempt the extra point.
Well, Levi Collins, he'll be a returner for next year, a junior this year. I'm pretty sure we'll get to see him do that a few more times.
Pretty fast.
Yeah, not bad.
The left-footed kicker in to attempt the extra point. Hold good. Kick is up. Kick is very long, and it is good. 7-0. Mingus takes the lead. We'll be back with the Marauder kickoff coming up after this.
Your local Taco Bell invites you to Live Moss. There are now 3 varieties of Doritos Locos Tacos at Taco Bell. Nacho cheese, Cool Ranch, and the new fiery Doritos Locos Taco. Convenient hours, drive-through, and open late every night. Visit your local Taco Bell, located on the corner of Highway 89A and Cove Parkway in Cottonwood. Taco Bell. Live Moss.
Back at Mingus High School, the Marauders continue to dominate their opponents from the west side of the state. 7-0 Mingus leading Kingman as Jacobo kicks off. Taken at the goal line and back into the end zone, so he will be allowed to return this ball to the 15-yard line. Now a big scrum of players at the 20, and it looks like he'll be tackled right about the 20. Now, Jackie, that time he caught the ball just before the goal line, and his momentum carried him into the end zone, which means he's allowed to bring it back out.
Right, exactly. However, if he's got 1 foot in the end zone when he makes contact with it, then that is a touchback.
Right. Now here comes Levi Collins into the game to play a little linebacker. You think he's pumped up right now after the big 61-yard romp for a touchdown?
Pumped up? I think he's still breathing hard. Or at least I would be. Oh, my.
1st down and 10, Bulldogs. The Marauders D came up with a big stop last time they had it. They were able to capitalize with the score. Here's a snap and looking to run to the right-hand side. It's 25 with the ball, and he's going to break a couple of tackles, still on his feet, and finally brought down at the 26-yard line. 25 is Stephen Bonfield. Bonfield, a senior. We don't have a size on him, but he's not a bad size individual out there, JB.
No, a couple hundred yards rushing is all we have. We've got scattered stats from the Bulldogs. Not much at all as far as any kind of consistency, but looks like he has definitely had a couple of games where he has run the ball and does a pretty nice job on that one.
Kingman's got some big linemen out there as well. Second down and a long 3 here. See if the runner D can come up and make it third down. Trips right. Here's the snap. Rolling left. And on the option, looking to pitch it to Scott. And it's fumbled and it's on the ground. Who's got it? The Marauders are bouncing around saying it's our ball. It's our ball. And the referee agrees. First down and 10. Mingus at the 23-4-yard line. It looks like is where they're going to take over possession. That time, I don't think Scott ever got the pitch, JB. We can see it again here on our replay. The pitch out to Scott, it was way behind him. He got a hand on it, and then it was anybody's ball. There were 3 red shirts there, and they come up with the pigskin.
Well, Schill is the one that gets up with the ball. He'll get credit for that fumble recovery. No return on it, but that's okay. He did a great job turning his back into Scott and separating him from the ball.
See if the Marauders try to strike quick here. They've got a handoff to the right side. It goes to Helsel. Helsel will get a couple of yards, then finally be brought down. That's where the Marauders found the hole to get Levi Collins loose for the touchdown. When I saw that formation, though, Zach Simmons lined up wide to the right-hand side at a receiver position against a guy that looks like he's about half his size. Thinking, hey, let's throw that thing in the corner and see if Simmons could jump up and catch it. And we still may see that. Second down and 8 for the Marauders. That's the end of the opening quarter of play. 7-0. Mingus with the lead, momentum, and the ball. We'll be back after this.
For almost half a century, Verde Valley Guidance Clinic has helped people seeking recovery from mental illness and substance use disorders. Now is the dawn of a new day in healthcare. With the addition of Valley Medical Center and Verde Valley Connections Primary Care, we now offer a balanced approach to healthcare. Our pediatricians, physicians, and nurse practitioners are available to assist children and adults of all ages to get well and stay healthy. New patients are welcome. As the oldest community behavioral health clinic in northern Arizona, the professionals at Verde Valley Guidance Clinic have helped thousands of families and individuals reach their recovery goals. Our 2 primary care offices are located in Cottonwood, with behavioral health facilities in Cottonwood, Camp Verde, and Sedona. Our clinics now accept Access, Medicare, and private insurance. Verde Valley Guidance Clinic. We provide quality health care for both your body and your mind.
Back at Mingus High School, second down and 8. Marauders with the ball, looking to add on to their 7-0 lead here as we start the second quarter. Handoff going to the left-hand side at Dakota Hanks. He'll have a yard or two down about the 21 or 2-yard lines. Jackie, I noticed that the Kingman Bulldogs have a player, number 9, their wide receiver, Dakota Haynes.
Yeah, I know. I saw that. Made me kind of do a double take at it.
Yeah, they don't get our guy.
No. That's a distant cousin somewhere.
We got some more little fellows coming out on the field, Jackie.
Yes, we've got the Cottonwood Lobos from the Mighty Mite Division, and it also looks like we have got the Cottonwood Colts.
Navarez throws across the middle looking for Zach Simmons. The pass is incomplete, but there are flags coming from 2 different officials, and it looks like Simmons was interfered with. The big fellow just tried to use his size in the middle of the field that time, and the defensive back didn't have any choice but to grab on. The Marauders will have it first down and 10.
It's amazing, though. Defensive backs, especially safeties, Sean Coran for the Bulldogs, it's amazing how they never think they made any contact whatsoever.
It wasn't me.
No, it was somebody else in the yellow helmet. It wasn't me.
That's the old palms up, tell the truth type of theory there, right?
Yes,
you got
exactly.
Your palms up in the air. It wasn't me, I guess. Yes, it was. First down and 10. Mingus, they're outside the 10-yard line. They'll mark it about the 12, so they could pick up a first down without scoring here. I don't think they're so worried about that. One back in the backfield for Mingus from a pistol formation. And here's a snap, and they're going to keep it an option. Run to the left-hand side. Make a one-man miss to the 5. Inside the 5. Well, maybe right to the 5-yard line.
Good blocking scheme on the outside for the Mingus Marauders, as he did a great job getting that pitch off. Wasn't sure he was going to.
It was Jesse Rios, the ball carrier that time, JB, in the backfield. Tanner Karen runs the play in from the sideline. Second down and about 4 here for Mingus. Right at the 5. They need to get to the 1. Navarez with one back right next to him on his right-hand side. Hands off to the wing back coming from the left. It's Helsel. He's inside the 5, but not much more than that. They're going to mark him down around the 3. But now makes it 3rd down and 2 for the Marauders.
Game looks like he's just short of the first down.
Well, tough yardage deep in the red zone there. Looking at the Bulldogs, they've actually got some decent size as defensive linemen out there.
Yes, they do. They've got some big fellows. Well, speaking of big fellas, the Marauders bring in big Zach Simmons and line him up wide to the left-hand side against a much smaller guy. Let's see if they just try to throw it up in the air, see if Simmons can beat his man for a rebound. Here's a snap, and no, it's going to be a run by Navarez, and he's in all kinds of trouble, and he's hit and knocked around at about the 6-yard line. And that's going to bring up 4th down here for Mingus. And let's see. Yeah, no.
Good play by the Bulldogs.
Oh, yeah, we do. Here comes Jacobo out on the field, Jackie. We're going to have a field goal attempt.
Well, this will be his 3rd attempt of the year.
Right.
He is 1 of 2. Yep. 32-yarder last week. This is barely, well, there's barely more than an extra point attempt here.
Yeah, not much. 4th down and 5 officially. The ball is going to be spotted at the 13-yard line. 23-yard field goal attempt here for the southpaw kicker. Here's a snap, good hold. Kick is up. It's plenty long, no problem with that, and it's good. The Marauders lead now 10-0 with 9:22 left to go in the opening half of play. Mingus continuing to add to their score. That's at least 68 unanswered points here by the Marauders over the last 2 games. We'll be back with the Mingus kickoff after this.
It's time for the year's best deals on the industry's best-selling machines during the Polaris Factory Authorized Clearance. Rebates up to $1,000 and financing as low as 2.99% on machines built to tackle your off-road passions. Hurry to your Polaris dealer today. Deals this good won't last long. Huge rebates and incredible financing going on now during the Polaris Factory Authorized Clearance.
Visit Cottonwood Motorsports at Route 260 and Western Drive.
Back at Mingus High School, the ensuing kickoff after the Marauder field goal goes through the end zone and out of bounds. So JJ's got a deep leg tonight. That one was into the wind, JB, and he kicked it through the end zone for a touchback.
Well, got a little help from the full moon out there. Gravitational pull upward, right?
Yeah, sure. Yep, that's what it does.
Looking down there at the Lobos and the Colts on the sideline for youth football night here at Mingus Union High School. And I'm sure they're sitting there going, now, wait a second. The teams before us, the Marauders saw the entire game, the entire quarter right in front of us. They're way down there.
Yeah, way on the other side of the field. Well, that's where we want to be on this quarter.
Right, but I didn't bring my glasses.
Right. Here comes a sweep, and the Marauders eat it up in the backfield. Good play by Mingus as they're able to get back there and bring down the ball carrier. 25. Oh, Zach Simmons to make the play, bringing down Stephen Bonfield in the backfield for a loss all the way back to the 15-yard line. A loss of 5, and 2nd down and long now for the Bulldogs. And at some point, Kingman's going to start thinking, oh, here we go again.
Right, exactly.
2nd down and 15 now as the Bulldogs break their huddle and head to the line of scrimmage. 2 receivers left, 2 right. 1 back standing to the right-hand side of the quarterback who's in the shotgun standing at his 10-yard line. Kicks up the left leg, gets the snap, fires right side, has the man at the 20-yard line. He's hit and tackled it out around the 23. And it will be a gain of about 8 on the play, but still 3rd down and long. Here it's going to be 3rd and about 7, depending on the spot, for the Bulldogs.
That's number 24, Skylar Burgess, getting the reception. And got a little bit of a loss back and then some.
Trips left, no one on the right. Here's a snap. Quarterback rolling left. Now he's being flushed out of the pocket. Now he's in trouble as here come the Marauders. And a jump pass to the middle of the field. And he's got a man. He'll be hit by Hanks and brought down short of a first down. Good defense from Mingus. They gave him a little, but not enough for the first down. And brings up 4th and, well, we'll call it 3 here. It's probably more like 2.5 for the Bulldogs. But nonetheless, with 7:50 left to go here in the first half of play and down 10-0, Bulldogs looking to punt this thing away from their own 28-yard line.
Well, great job by the Marauders getting pressure and pursuit. He was the only one open, and when he threw it high, he made sure that his man had no ability to get any yardage after it.
See if the Marauders are looking to pin him back and come after this guy on this one. They got close last time he punted it away. One man to return. Tiffany standing at his 42-yard line, and the Marauders will put on the return. Tiffany chasing it down after a good punt, and it rolls right by Tiffany, and he'll just let it go inside the 15. It's going to keep rolling down around the 12. Wow, what a punt from the 28-yard line all the way down to the Marauder 12. No return, and Mingus, after the good stop defensively, didn't get rewarded with a good field position.
I know, that hurts, man. But a great job. And, you know, sometimes when your offense isn't doing real good during the course of a season, your punting game gets exceptional, huh?
Yeah, well, yeah, right. That guy gets a lot of practice.
Right.
And, you know, it's a nice crisp night out here. The ball seems to be flying rather well.
It's the gravitational pull of the full moon.
The full moon.
Grill for the Marauder Club.
Yeah.
Well, hey, our little guys get a chance to watch some football now as the ball's moved all the way down in front of them to the Marauder 12-yard line.
See, that's what Mingus was trying to do.
Right. First down and 10, and Navarez on the keeper looking for a block. He's going to get it to the right side and finally upended. Right in front of the little guys. They got a real good eye full that time as Navarez is brought down to about the 23-yard line, and well, they're going to mark it at the 24 and a first down.
You can tell which one of the Lobos down there are the offensive linemen. They're the ones that didn't get off their knees as Navarez started rolling at them.
Coach Bauer's down there getting them all up. Hey, get off your knees. Hey, you can move out of the way a lot faster. These big fellas come flopping at you. First down play. Marauders throw to the right side to Galloway, the freshman with a catch, and big gang tackle by 5 guys at the 25-yard line and a gain of 1 on the play.
40, freshman Trevor Galloway.
What a reception.
Yeah, they're happy to have it.
And that is the first completed pass by Navarez in this game so far. He's 1 for 5.
Yeah, you start short, little steps.
Yep. Well, you know, Navarez has a tendency. If he's going to miss, he throws high.
Right.
So get him on target with the short stuff.
Yeah, right. Get a layup. Your shot's not going, get a layup. Break that rim. Second down and 9. Here's the snap, and the Marauders looking to throw. Navarez flushed out of the pocket. Now he will throw the ball. Probably should have run. His throw is caught, but I don't think he got any yardage.
Yeah, it looks like
caught by Helsel right back to the line of scrimmage. As a matter of fact, well, he lost about half a yard, so we're going to call that no gain. And third down and 8 for Mingus. 6 minutes left to go here in the first half. 10-0. Mingus on top here with the lead at home, looking to win 2 in a row, Jackie.
Well, you always got to look for the bright side, right?
Yeah.
That's 2 completions in a row.
Yeah, getting better. And now they'll split Tanner Karen wide to the right-hand side on third down and long. Man in motion is Helsel from left to right. Now everything rolling to the right. And Navarez flushed out of the pocket, hit him down for a big sack.
Oof. That's
all the way
a third
back around
of the game.
The 17-yard line.
Yeah, that's a third of the game.
And they've all been big ones. It hasn't been like a 2-yard sack. They've all been like 10 yards or more.
I know. Well, we had a 5-yard one.
Oh, well, that's good.
Yeah. That one's close to 10 right there.
Now here's where they need Schill to really bang one. As the Marauders have fourth down and I don't know, about 17 or so from their 18-yard line. And Schill, ooh, boy, he got off a high punt, but man, he had some pressure and a good punt all the way back to the 35-yard line where it's returned and out to midfield before the Marauders were able to jump on him, return to 15 yards, and got a Marauder rolling around out there on the field a little slow to get up, JB, and now he'll get a little help from his friends and back up and ready to roll, Tyler Bond.
Galloway and 71, Tyler Bond.
Now, he's your center, so you definitely don't want to lose him.
No.
But you do like it when your center's downfield making tackles on special teams, right?
Absolutely. Hey, look, there's little Hope Calandra down there cheering with the cheerleaders.
Oh, yeah, that's the other piece to this. Well, we get cheerleaders to get out there on the track with the cheerleader squad.
Yeah, and the Bears cheerleaders are out there right now. Or is it all of them?
Well, the Bears might have more cheerleaders than Mingus.
I think, well, that's true. All their brothers play. First down and 10. Bulldogs from midfield. Looking to run as a quarterback, and he's going to break a tackle, but not much after that. Good short-handed tackle by Anthony Broyles, and it'll bring down quarterback Tyler Logus after a short gain. They're going to give him, well, looks like they're going to give him about 3 yards. It didn't look like he had that much.
Well, that was definitely forward progress. When you said Broyles came up and hit him, he went backward 3 yards.
Yeah, right.
That's a hit.
That's a hit, yeah. Yeah. Second down and 7 now. Bulldogs working on the Marauder side of the field. They've been here. They haven't been able to capitalize on it.
Well, they had one field goal attempt from 40 yards. It was a little short.
I formation and a handback going to the fullback, and he's hitting the backfield and breaking free for a moment, and then knocked down. Back at midfield, back to the original line of scrimmage, a loss of 3 on the play. And the Marauders defense now looking for a big third down stop at midfield. Third down and 10, Bulldogs.
Alec Eppinger got into the backfield and met the running back face to face, and then he almost twisted away from him. Eppinger, if he was able to bring him down where contact was, would have had a tackle for a loss.
Third down and 10 now. Marauder D looking to get off the field. 3:35 left on the clock. There'll be a little time for the offense. Mingus has 3 timeouts to work with as well. 10-0 Mingus. Bulldogs face it 3rd and 10. I formation. Here's a snap. Pitch out of the backfield. And looking to go halfback option. And he throws a bullet way over the head of everybody that time. Old number 10, Joe Scott. Too much umph on that one. And it falls incomplete and stops the clock now. 3:24 left on the clock here in the second quarter. The Marauders will get the ball back on the punt. They've got 3 timeouts to work with and a 10-point lead.
Well, great defense. We have seen that before. The receiver was open for just a moment, although the safety was coming across. And is that litter?
Yeah, there's a flag on the field all the way in the backfield. And oh, look, for our fans watching at home, there's little Hope Calandra there in the black and white. She knows what she's doing out there, little cheerleader. And it looks like this is bad news for Mingus. They're moving the ball way downfield to the Marauder 35-yard line. And this is going to be some type of a personal foul on the Marauders or unsportsmanlike conduct or something. That's a 15-yard penalty and an automatic first down for the Bulldogs at the Mingus 35.
I'm wondering whether or not it was potentially, and I don't know this for sure, but potentially a late hit on Scott, who threw the ball after he had released it.
Could be, but he's not the quarterback. First down and 10. Here's the handoff to Scott, and he's got a hole. Scott is tripped up now after a gain of about 8 or 9 on the play. And it seems to me like if you pitch it to your halfback and he rolls out and then throws it, you should still be allowed to hit him. He's not the quarterback.
No, I agree so wholeheartedly. If he's going to throw it, right?
Yeah, exactly. I mean, well, he's the guy that's running with the ball. It's not your quarterback that's rolling out to throw. It's your running back that's running out there to throw. And he pulls up to throw, you know, if you take an extra step and hit him, he's a football player.
Right. Hey, you don't get a penalty if he doesn't have the ball and fakes it, right? You hit him anyway, right?
Second down and 2 now. Bulldogs sniffing a little blood here as they got the big first down on 4th, and now they're going to hand off for not much. They're not looking for much. They just wanted the first down there on 2nd and short, and Noah Spry just held on to it with 2 hands, ran to the left, and put his head down and got 3 yards. They only needed 2. And they're starting to run a little bit of clock.
Exactly. A 10-point lead here. And Kingman's thinking if we're down by 3 possibly at halftime, that's not a bad position to be.
No, then the Marauders would have to come out of the locker room on fire.
Well, Mingus does get the ball first in the second half. That helps.
The old matriculating the ball down the field theory.
Matriculate?
Yeah.
How do you spell that?
I have no idea. I just heard him say it on TV once. Here's a snap. Ball goes left-hand side, hitting the backfield. Good play by the Marauders. Here comes a flag. It was Herb Tiffany that got in there, made the initial contact in the backfield, ramping up Joe Scott for a big loss. Clock stopped as the litter comes out on the field, and this one is most likely going to be a hold or something on Kingman. It's thrown in their backfield about 5 yards deep.
Well, I think I'm not sure it was a hold. I think it was more of an attempted hold on Herb Tiffany.
And now they're looking over to the Marauder sideline to talk to Mingus, and Broyles is saying, back him up. Oh, wait a minute, what do you want to do, Coach? Oh, hey, no, don't back him up. We'll take the play. Which is a good idea by the Marauders. They don't want to take that. They're happy to have the loss on the play of about 7-8, but it looks like about 9 yards on the loss and no replay of the down. So instead of having 10 yards on the loss and still be first down, they get 9 yards and second down.
Oh, we'll take that, won't we?
Yes. and the clock running. Here's where the defense needs to come up with a big play. Second down and long. Back at the 34-yard line. I formation behind the quarterback, set under center. Tight end working on the right-hand side of the line of scrimmage. One receiver left, one right. Quarterback drops back, looks right, throws right deep up over the top, and it is caught at the 3 into the end zone for a touchdown. Bulldogs capitalize on the fourth down penalty on the Marauders. It gave them the automatic first and a touchdown reception by Skylar Burgess. And the Bulldogs are on the board with 1:45 left to go here in the opening quarter of play.
Well, just a little pump fake, and Mingus, I broke down in the secondary, and the cornerback not able to 100% get back for the coverage. Jumped up, tried to tip it away, and unsuccessful.
Old number 92, Lucas McFarland, comes in to attempt the extra point. Block that kick. Here's a snap, good hold. Kick is up. It looks like it was nearly blocked, but it is good. And the score now 10-7. The Marauders with the lead. They will have the ball, 1:45 and 3 timeouts to work with. We'll be back to Mingus High School for the Mingus return after this.
Hi, I'm John Andretti for Window World, America's largest replacement window company. Made in the USA. That's a powerful statement. It's also our story. Window World was born here, and the products we sell and install are made here. Our stores are locally owned, so your money goes to work here in our community. We think that making American homes more energy efficient goes hand in hand with protecting American jobs. Window World, American made, American owned.
Visit the new location at 101 Air Park Road in Cottonwood. Call 649-9111, ROC number 286642.
Back at Mingus High School, and you can see some of our faithful out in the stands there. They're enjoying the Marauders leading this game 10-7. 1:45 left to go here in the first half. Mingus will get the ball back. The Marauders return, man. It looks like Javin Helsel is back there. And the other one's probably Rios, but I can't see his number. Here's the kick, and is headed towards, it looks like Rios' side. I'll take it at the 5, to the 10, to the 15, to the 20. Looking for a block, and he's got a hole. Now it's going to close up, but it'll continue forward out across the 30 to 31-yard line. And the Marauders will have decent field position to start this drive. 1:35 on the clock after the return. And it looks like it may have been, well, I don't know. It was either Rios or Hanks. I think it was Rios with the return that time. And the Marauders have good field position. Tried to add on to their lead here going into the locker room. The Marauders will have the ball to start the second half.
Looked like Perez, a sophomore for this Kingman squad, making the tackle. Kingman only brought 33 players down from up north.
Mingus will look to hand off up the middle, and not much room to run there for Dakota Hanks. He's got it out to about the 33-yard line, a gain of 2, and the clock running now.
Well, the thing about the trap is sometimes it works, sometimes it don't. Kind of like the feel like a nut, sometimes you don't, right?
I'd like to see the Marauders capitalize, or utilize, I think is the better word, their timeouts. Not let so much time run off the clock here in between plays.
Well, Mingus still has all 3 in their repertoire.
That's what I'm saying. Second down and 8. Time ticking away. 62 seconds left to go in the half. Here's a pitch to the left-hand side to Helsel. Helsel trying to get to the sideline, and he will, and then he'll be thrown out of bounds, and a flag comes flying in late in the Marauder backfield. He was short of a first down, out around the 40 maybe, before he's thrown out of bounds with 52 seconds left on the clock. The Marauders are backing up. This one looks like it's a hold or a block in the back or something here on the Marauders. Will stop the clock. Helsel is out of bounds, and Mingus now backed up a little bit. Makes you wonder if they'll throw the ball. They came out throwing the ball.
They did. First 2 plays, and then a third down conversion on the ground, and then first 2 plays of the second one, and the third down conversion on the ground.
Well, we're 52 seconds away from halftime, JB, and it's not homecoming for the first time in 5 weeks.
No kidding, huh?
Yeah, the flag on the Marauders will back them up. Mingus all kind of standing back around the 20-yard line like, yeah, put it down.
We know what's coming. Well, a little bit of a breakaway in Major League Baseball. Right now, Cardinals with a 9-0 lead.
Man. Could be end of the road there for Tinseltown.
Yep.
Second down and long play. Navarre's looking to throw into the middle. It's tipped in the air and nearly caught by a lineman. And Jackie Mingus is unfortunate on that, because if they were able to get that ball up over that line, they had a man wide open that had room to run.
Well, they had more than one man wide open. They had a whole wall of blocking for him, too.
Big time. Jailbreak, throw that ball right over the middle here, and one of these guys here had a chance to run away with it.
I think Dakota Hanks might still be running. Or maybe that was Rios. I think that was Hanks.
Third down and 17 here for the Marauders. 46 seconds on the clock in the first half. Mingus leads 10-7. Here's a snap and a handoff going to the left-hand side to Hanks. Hanks cuts it back into the middle, and now the pile will bounce forward a little bit, and Hanks will have a gain of about 8 or 9 yards, but it will be short of a first down. And now Kingman will call timeout, as it is fourth down and about 7 or so here for the Marauders.
Surprised that Kingman didn't call a timeout prior to this. They still have 2 left, so 36 seconds and 2 timeouts.
Right. And you know they'll be coming after the kick, and that last one that Schill booted away, it looked like Kingman had a little pressure in there, and he was still able to get off a high punt. Schill is punting the ball very high tonight.
Gravitational pull of the full moon, I'm telling you.
Yeah, something like that, huh, JB?
Yeah.
Next thing we know, glaciers will be melting.
Whoa, hang on. That could get wet real quick.
Fourth down and 8 here for the Marauders, as we are 36 seconds now away from halftime. Mingus leading 10-7. And the Marauders won the opening coin toss and deferred, so they will have the ball to start the second half of play. I think they're just hoping that they've still got the lead when they come out of the locker room at this point. Schill in the punt, and he gets it off no problem. End over end punt, angled away from the return man. It bounces over his head, but will reach back and make an over the head grab at about the 23-yard line. And now trying to return. The Marauders are not going to give up much ground, and the ball is returned from about the 23 to about the 30-yard line, maybe a little more out to the 31 or 2. And with 24 seconds left, we've already seen Kingman attempt a 40-yard field goal. They're pretty far away from that right now. They need to get about 40 yards, 45 yards to get into that range.
Oh, no doubts. Great job by the Mingus Marauders covering that. I think Kingman, when they drew this plan out, had a better return than that. They could have definitely found a better use of 12 seconds, huh?
Yeah, a lot of time came off the clock, all the way down to 24 seconds. And the Marauder coaching staff still out there shouting out instructions to the squad. Finish up strong, finish up strong. We got this one, let's go.
Looks like Mingus is coming into a cover 2.
The old prevent.
Let's hear it, Marauders fan. Let's get a hold of
I formation, pro set, snap. Pitch to the left to Scott. Scott pulls up, looking to throw. Scott hit in the backfield. Marshall Schill comes out with a big hit, and as he's going down, he throws it away. And the line judge on the Marauder side throws his flag. That is intentional grounding.
Well, he may have been outside the tackle box, though. He had no receiver in the area. And if this was pro football, that's also a 10-second runoff, correct?
Yeah. And also didn't get the ball to the line of scrimmage, I think is what the linesman was saying.
Ah, now that, of course, is an intentional grounding no matter what division.
Yep, intentional grounding.
See Broyles making the sign out there?
Yeah.
He was calling it.
Number 34, Levi Collins, in on that tackle. Intentional grounding, Bulldogs.
Ball all the way back to the 15-yard line. So it's going to be second down and
like a 17-yard
27 yards. 16 seconds on the clock. Bulldogs might just take a knee now. Trips to the right.
That's
one
not
back,
knee.
no. One back to the right of the quarterback, and here's a snap, and he'll roll right. Looking to throw, no, he's going to run. And he's got some room, and now he's caught by the rest of the Marauders after a gain across the 20 to about the 23 or 4-yard line. Clock continuing to run. Kingman in no hurry to stop it. And we're going to head into halftime, and the Marauders on top. 10-7, Mingus with the lead. We'll be back to Mingus High School. The Marauders looking to win 2 in a row. We'll be back with the halftime report brought to you by Larry Green Chevrolet. We'll be back after this.
This is Travis Reed from Larry Green Chevrolet and Hyundai of Cottonwood. People often refer to us as the people place. Let me assure you, whether it's our involvement in the community or with our customers that visit, we make it a priority to keep that reputation. If you're in the market for a newer pre-owned car, truck, van, or SUV, you'll find our selection extensive and our sales team professional and courteous. Visit Larry Green Chevrolet and Hyundai of Cottonwood, 2 dealerships in 1 convenient location just off Highway 260 next to Walmart in Cottonwood. From all of us at Larry Green Chevrolet, Hyundai of Cottonwood, and the Green Auto Group,
we're better, and we'll prove it!
The Suzy Q Market is the most convenient stop for road trips, with 1,500 beverage selections and plenty of snacks. And save on Texaco fuel with your Safeway Rewards card. The Suzy Q drive-thru window is the most convenient way to pick up those essentials on the way home.
Road trips start here.
With something for everyone. At the Suzy Q Market.
Next to KFC on Main Street, Cottonwood.
Go Marauders!
Think back to all those rules you heard growing up.
Don't get dirty.
You'll always remember those rules.
Don't run with scissors.
Now, not only can you bend some of those rules,
don't talk to strangers.
You can turn them into a career.
Keep your hands to yourself.
Imagine your possibilities. So when you want to expand your job skills or explore a new career path, don't be afraid to take some chances. Push your boundaries. Trust in your abilities. Yavapai College. Life explored.
Service, convenience, price. Taylor Waste is locally owned and voted #1 in residential garbage collection for the past 8 years in a row. And right now, new customers will enjoy 2 months free service with your switch to Taylor Waste. Add an extra container and take part in Taylor Waste's popular clean recycling program as well.
Hi, I'm Chris Taylor, owner of Taylor Waste. We're proud to serve our friends and neighbors with service tailored to your needs.
Welcome to the Halftime Report, brought to you by Larry Green Chevrolet. They're better, and they'll prove it. In just a moment, we'll have a recap of the first half, including Marauder highlights, scores, and stats. Now, let's head back live to the press box. Here's Zach Calandra.
Back at Mingus High School, and the Marauders with the lead here at halftime, 10-7 over the visiting Kingman Bulldogs. The Marauders got on the scoreboard first, and they were able to go up 7-0, and then a field goal by Jair Jacobo put the Marauders up 10-0 before a touchdown there in the final minutes of the first half by the Bulldogs to tighten things up. The Marauders will have the ball to start the second half of play, so I'm sure head coach Bob Young was trying to devise a plan to get the Marauders down the field and on the board once again. We've seen the Marauders in the last few weeks be pretty good coming out of the locker room, and I think they're trying to figure out a way to do that again here tonight as they lead here at halftime by a score of 10-7 over the Kingman Bulldogs, and the Marauders came out throwing the ball. We saw Mingus throwing the ball a lot to begin the game, and then they were it's starting to run it a little bit, and including their touchdown, which was a big 61-yard breakaway by Levi Collins. I believe the first touch of the night by Collins, and he's able to rip off a big one for the Marauders and get them on the scoreboard first. And we're happy to see Mingus continuing a trend of getting on the board early in the football game.
Well, it came right up the middle. The trap play worked. Little stiff arm out there on number 10, and able to run away from him and break away from him, and rolls it off for the first score for the Mingus Marauders. 61 yards in the breakaway for the junior for the Mingus Marauders. And then with second quarter action, 9:22 left to go, Jacobo adds another three-pointer as he gets his second field goal of the season. This one a short one, a chip shot, about 16 yards for the Mingus Marauders, and Jacobo and the Marauders make it 10-0 over the Kingman Bulldogs, and it looked like Mingus was going to be able to maintain that lead. However, with just a minute 45 left to go in the second quarter, a 33-yard toss as Logus finds Burgess down the right-hand side, a little breakdown in coverage, and Kingman finds themselves just within striking distance, makes this a one-score game. Little pump fake out there from the Kingman quarterback, tosses it up. Mingus had a shot at it, got a little turned around. There's the jump, just about 2 inches short, and the safety not able to make it over for a little bit of help in coverage. And
bite on the pump fake?
Yeah, probably bit on the pump fake, hard to say. And Mingus here holding on to a 3-point lead, but they will get the ball first in the second half.
Yeah, they'll look to capitalize on that, get down the field and score some more points. Now, fans, we've got a little show going on here at halftime out on the field. As you can see, a lot of people out there wearing pink, and this is the Marauders tribute to breast cancer awareness here tonight, as we've got a great game here tonight for the Marauders, and we've got a lot of the youngsters out from the local youth football teams, and a lot of people wearing pink, and a lot of people just making sure that everybody remains aware that these are your mothers, your sisters, your family, your kids. So breast cancer awareness, a big thing here. Dedicated a whole month to it, JB, the whole month of October. And it runs all the way from the NFL all the way down to youth football, and we're just happy that the Marauders are able to be a part of it here tonight.
Well, I believe that we're dealing with, and I may be wrong, but I think we're also doing a tribute to cancer survivors out on the field.
What it looks like. I didn't want to say it because I don't know.
But I believe that was the goal, and it was set up by the Mingus Marauder Cheer Squad, and this is part of their demonstration. In fact, they encouraged all of the young cheer squads to wear pink and be a part of the participation as well.
Look, they've made a pink ribbon.
You know what? I was wondering, but you're absolutely right. They did, didn't they?
Yep. All right, fans, 10-7, the Marauders with the lead over the Bulldogs here at the half. We're going to take a quick break right here. We'll get a word from some of our great sponsors. This is the Halftime Report, brought to you by Larry Green Chevrolet. We'll be back with some individual statistics from the first half and some great news from Larry Green Chevrolet. They've got a hot ride that is ready to be picked up by you here this weekend. We'll talk about that when we come back after this.
Digitel, a Verizon premium wireless retailer. Come in today for the latest from America's largest and most reliable wireless network, including nationwide unlimited talk from Motorola, LG, Samsung, Apple, and HTC. Find Digitel, your Verizon premium wireless retailer, in the Flagstaff Mall, in Cottonwood at 960 South Main Street, in Payson at 401 North Beeline Highway, and in Prescott with locations in the Prescott Gateway Mall, Willow Crossroads, and the shops at Prescott Gateway.
The Victory Red Tag Model Year End event. We're clearing out the last of our 2013 bikes. Now's the time to jump on our best deals on the best bikes on the planet. Get up to $2,000 in rebates, 0.99% financing, and a 5-year powertrain warranty. Get one while you still can.
Visit Cottonwood Motorsports at Route 260 and Western Drive.
Hi, I'm John Andretti for Window World, America's largest replacement window company. Made in the USA. That's a powerful statement. It's also our story. Window World was born here, and the products we sell and install are made here. Our stores are locally owned, so your money goes to work here in our community. We think that making American homes more energy efficient goes hand in hand with protecting American jobs. Window World, American made, American owned.
Visit the new location at 101 Air Park Road in Cottonwood. Call 649-9111, ROC number 286642.
Your local Taco Bell invites you to Live Moss. There are now 3 varieties of Doritos Locos Tacos at Taco Bell. Nacho Cheese, Cool Ranch, and the new Fiery Doritos Locos Taco. Convenient hours, drive-through, and open late every night. Visit your local Taco Bell, located on the corner of Highway 89A and Cove Parkway in Cottonwood. Taco Bell. Live Moss.
2 things we can count on every year:
a new set of tax rules and great weather here in northern Arizona.
Jackson Hewitt Tax Service, locally owned and operated by Lewis Rice since 1997, is here for you all year long.
Your neighborhood Jackson Hewitt Tax Office will help you in all of your taxing situations.
Electronic filing is always free with your tax preparation at Jackson Hewitt Tax Service.
Get more in return. Call 1-800-234-1040 for an office near you.
At Mingus High School, the Marauders with a 10-7 lead here at the half. We're happy to have you along. Back in the cave, the Marauders won last week on the road at Mojave, 58-0. Then got up to a 10-point lead here tonight and go into the break with a lead of 10-7. They will have the ball to start the second half. And statistically speaking, the Marauders had a big breakaway run, JB, and that's the difference in the game right now.
It certainly is. Mingus has gotten 94 yards of total offense. The visiting Kingman Bulldogs, 99 yards of total offense. Mingus has just been a little more efficient on their usage. And so that really is the total difference in the game. Well, we're still waiting. We are still waiting, though, to get our pick of the week from Larry Green. But let's go through some of the stats. Biggest rusher for the Mingus Marauders only has 1 carry, 61 yards for Collins, and he made it count with a touchdown off of that. Hanks has got 4 carries and 13 yards.
Yeah, and Hank's doing that up the middle type of stuff. And JB, we said the difference in the game is a 61-yard breakaway. I don't want to diss all Jacobo. I don't want to take anything away from the kicker. The difference in the game is the 3-point Jacobo kicked through.
No, you're absolutely right. Chip shot a little bit, 16 yards, but his second field goal of the year and makes him 2 of 3 on the season. Also got his extra point, which could loom large also in this game because obviously Kingman's not afraid to go for the field goal. They tried a 40-yard field goal earlier, which was short by, 5 or 6 yards?
And into the wind.
Into the wind, yep. So nonetheless, if they get anywhere around that 25-yard line, they got a shot at it and could very well try to put 3 up and tie this game in the second half. So Mingus has got to break it away and keep it a 2-score game and just continue it along. Want to thank Larry Green Chevrolet, our halftime sponsor, and let's talk about the pick of the week. We'd love to be able to announce the pick of the week, and we're going to do so here at halftime and let you know that if there is an interception, then Larry Green Chevrolet announces their pick of the week, which is a 2011 Hyundai Genesis Genesis 2OT. $21,526, only 11,500 miles. That is barely broken in. Larry Green Chevrolet, they're better, and they'll prove it.
The big old Hyundai coming in right behind Larry Green Chevrolet.
Yes, indeed. That should be opening here pretty soon, huh?
It looks like it. They're getting close.
Yeah. They've been working on it quite a bit out there.
Uh-oh, there's the future.
Yes, that is the distant future, though, I think, isn't it?
I'd imagine one of those kids' name is Midkiff.
You think?
Yes. Actually, I'm absolutely sure. If they pan up a little bit, there will be Aaron Midkiff. There he is.
There we go.
The red sweatshirt. Fans remember Aaron Midkiff, one of the best fullbacks the Marauders have ever had, of course, on that 97 state championship team. And JB, look at him. He looks like you give him the ball and he'll just ramble right up the middle and run you over.
Look at this. He's already working on handoffs.
Oh, yeah.
I think they were trying pitches earlier.
The future is coming soon for these young men.
Yeah, but, he hasn't learned what Aaron learned is you never turn around and you never run while you're looking behind you.
Well, hopefully he gets a lot of experience running with people chasing him.
Very true.
Looks like he's getting good at that.
So far, he's got speed to outbeat Dad, right? And dive at the goal line.
Well, a valiant effort by Dad that time.
Was it?
Yes, absolutely. All right, fans, this is halftime. The Marauders do lead. 10-7 is the score over the Kingman Bulldogs. And, JB, we're back on the road next week up to the high country as the Marauders will take on former Grand Canyon region opponent, the Coconino Panthers, up at Cromer Field and Flag. And it will be a chilly night next Friday.
It could be indeed. We'll bring a couple of different layers. Coconino going into tonight's game 1-6, very possibly 1-7 going into their matchup against Mingus. Their only advantage will be the home field advantage and possibly the weather. And Mingus really hasn't played in cold weather all season long. We went up to Mojave last week and it was beautiful.
Oh, man, it's great. Well, of course it is. That's where it's always hot. It's beautiful right now. You don't want to go to Bullhead City in like June.
No.
July.
You don't want to go to Yuma either.
No, it's not very beautiful then.
No, definitely not. Mingus will finish up the season with Prescott at home. Speaking of Kingman here tonight, let's take a look at a couple of their stats on the game. So far, their quarterback, Logus, has been extremely efficient. He is 5 for 7, 58 yards here in the first half, including the 33-yard touchdown toss to Burgess, their only score of the game. On the ground, their leading rusher coming into tonight is also their leader. Well, is not their leading rusher. Logus actually has 13 yards on 3 carries, but Joe Scott, number 10, has 9 carries, has been their most active rusher, and Mingus has held him to 12 yards, so they've done a pretty decent job of that.
Mm-hmm. We saw him run the halfback option, where they had a guy that may have been open and just a little bit too much arm on that one and overthrew him. And that's been the problem all night for both teams. A lot of the passes tonight have been overthrown.
Well, Navarez has definitely struggled. His only 2 completions of the night have accounted for 2 yards. So look to see Navarez here in the second half be a little bit more effective, a little bit more efficient with the throwing game, which is going to open up the possibility of the Mingus trap game.
Well, it looks like the teams are headed back out onto the field, JB, so we're going to take a final break here of halftime and get an award from our sponsors. This has been the Halftime Report, brought to you by Larry Green Chevrolet here in Cottonwood, and well, probably everywhere that Larry Green Chevrolet's got a business, I would imagine. Several. We'll throw them all in.
Oh, well, I can't list them all. We don't have that kind of time.
The only one you need to worry about is this one right here in town, your hometown car dealer, Larry Green Chevrolet. All right, fans, let's take a break. Here we got John Christensen coming in, pointing to a St. Louis cap there. He's rooting for those Cardinals. 9-0 was our last update. All right, fans, let's take a quick break. We'll be back for Mingus football second half coming up.
Century, Verde Valley Guidance Clinic has helped people seeking recovery from mental illness and substance use disorders. Now is the dawn of a new day in healthcare. With the addition of Valley Medical Center and Verde Valley Connections Primary Care, we now offer a balanced approach to healthcare. Our pediatricians, physicians, and nurse practitioners are available to assist children and adults of all ages to get well and stay healthy. New patients are welcome. As the oldest community behavioral health clinic in northern Arizona, the professionals at Verde Valley Guidance Clinic have helped thousands of families and individuals reach their recovery goals. Our 2 primary care offices are located in Cottonwood, with behavioral health facilities in Cottonwood, Camp Verde, and Sedona. Our clinics now accept Access, Medicare, and private insurance. Verde Valley Guidance Clinic. We provide quality health care for both your body and your mind.
Reese's Tire and Automotive Tire Pros give you more miles for your money. Locally owned and grown, Reese's Tire and Automotive Tire Pros will beat any competitor. Bring your best deal and they'll beat it on price, total service, tire quality, and arguably the best nationwide warranty. For 24 months or 24,000 miles and available at 30,000 locations coast to coast. Get more miles for your money every day from your hometown team, Reese's Tire and Automotive Tire Pros.
This has been the Larry Green Chevrolet Halftime Report. Keep it tuned here for the Mingus Marauder Larry Green Pick of the Week. Snag the snacks and the beverages quick, because half number 2 is getting ready to start. We'll meet you back on the air. Exciting Mingus Marauder football on Verde Valley TV will return right after this.
This is Travis Reed from Larry Green Chevrolet in Hyundai of Cottonwood. People often refer to us as the people place. Let me assure you, whether it's our involvement in the community or with our customers that visit, we make it a priority to keep that reputation. If you're in the market for a newer pre-owned car, truck, van, or SUV, you'll find our selection extensive and our sales team professional and courteous. Visit Larry Green Chevrolet in Hyundai of Cottonwood, 2 dealerships in 1 convenient location just off Highway 260 next to Walmart in Cottonwood. From all of us at Larry Green Chevrolet Hyundai of Cottonwood and the Green Auto Group,
we're better and we'll prove it.
Back at Mingus High School here at the half, the Marauders with the lead 10-7, and they will receive the ball to start the second half of play. Javin Helsel and Jesse Rios back deep to return for the Mingus Marauders. And JB, we got a blowout going on the other side of the hill.
Wow, not exactly what I expected. I thought it was going to be a little closer than this. Second quarter action, Prescott beating Bradshaw 42-7.
We've got the Cottonwood Bears and the Cottonwood Cardinals coming out on the field for the third quarter of action here, JB.
On the sideline this third quarter.
Well, there we go. We're all minors.
One of yours.
Yeah, one of mine, one of yours. I don't know. I think you got 2 down there. You still have 1 on the track, don't you?
Oh, well, I do. I got a little cheerleader down there.
So you're winning 2-1 at halftime?
Sure thing. I'll take it.
I'm pretty sure I don't score again.
Yeah. Here's the snap, or the kick rather, and it's taken by Helsel at the 7-yard line. Helsel to 20, jukes back inside, he's got a hole. The 30 to 35, trying to get to the outside, can he make it? He does. To the 50-yard line, where he'll slip a tackle and keep going down to the sideline and out of bounds. Around the 40-yard line, a big return by Javin Helsel for the Mingus Marauders to start the second half, and Mingus sets up shop. First down and 10 at the Bulldog 41.
Well, that's how you do it. He'll pick this ball up at the 8. Great blocking and a great job reading his blocks. He finds the seam and then gets to the outside, picks up another block from the outside as Rios comes back down. And I don't know what, evades 3-4 different tackles.
Levi Collins, he of 1 carry, 61 yards and a touchdown in the backfield right now next to, and he'll have the ball. And run up the middle again. Collins running over people, and he's got 9 on first down. Well, he might have 8 on first down. Nonetheless, big run by Levi Collins. Average came down considerably, but a good run on first down.
Yeah, I just thought about this, though. I think you're leading 3-1 because Heather's down there somewhere, right?
You know what? Heather is down there. The Mingus, there she is with her Letterman jacket on with her 2 state championship pins on there from the Mingus Marauder girls track team, and working with Michael Boyson, who does a tremendous job with these young athletes and students and their medical sports med program. First down run there by Javin Helsel to the right-hand side and inside the 30-yard line. First down and 10, Mingus at the 29 of the Bulldogs. And that's really a great program that Michael Boyson has here, the Sports Med. There are not very many high schools where you can get that type of an education from somebody that qualified while you're still in high school. This is stuff that most of these kids aren't even getting close to until they're in their second and third year of college.
Well, Mingus has some exceptional programs, fire science being another one.
Yeah, another great program, no doubt. First down and 10. Here's the snap and the handoff up the middle and room to run for Collins. Another big gain and another first down. Collins rips off 12 and the Marauders work in the red zone down at the 17-yard line. First down and 10, Mingus. Levi Collins has picked up big play after big play tonight. So far for the Marauders, he's got 3 runs and about 80 yards or more.
In fact, 81 yards off of 3 carries. Good guess out there. I like the way he runs. Well, he runs in such a fashion, safeties turn their back to him.
Yeah, right. I want to make it look like I tried to get him. Handoff going to Helsel, trying to get out onto the right sideline. He keeps banging his head off of Bulldogs, and he'll be able to pick up a couple. Not much. 10:30 left, third quarter, 10-7. The Marauders with the lead and the ball. Second down and 9 from the Bulldog 17, 16-yard line, somewhere in there.
Mingus is just grooming the Bulldogs here. Getting ready to score again.
Get out the brush in the wash tub. Groom some Bulldogs. Second down play from the shotgun. Handoff going to the left side. It's going to be Collins. It may have been Hanks that time. I'll have to check. It's one of those fellas that just bang it up the middle. Not a big gain this time.
We know they're going to split some time
Collins.
in there.
Yeah, it's Collins. And that time a gain of about maybe 4 to the 12-yard line, where it's now third down and about 5 here for the Marauders.
Well, the field goal here doesn't put us up 2 scores.
No. Here's a snap, and they're going to try Collins. No, Navarre's going to keep it himself, and right up the middle behind Collins, who was being tackled, which didn't leave him much room to run, as there's a big log jam there on the ground in front of him at the line of scrimmage, and only to the 10-yard line, where the Marauders will be faced with 4th down and 2. And do we see Jacobo out there? I don't see him out there, JB. I think the Marauders are going to go for it this time. Coach Young thinking the same thing you are. Field goal doesn't help us here. We want a touchdown.
The green light is on.
Yeah.
Hit the pedal on the right.
4th down and 2 for the Marauders. Time to man up. Collins in the backfield to the right-hand side of Navarez. The big tight end, Simmons on the left. Here's a snap. They're going to Helsel, running right. Helsel caught from behind and down at the line of scrimmage. No gain, and the Marauders will turn it over on downs at the Bulldog 10.
Gutsy move by the Mingus Marauders, going for it. Instead of what would have been, well, more likely positive points out there, but the good thing is they'll trap the Bulldogs deep, and they'll have to be working out of their own, deep in their own red zone.
The Marauder defense has played really well again here tonight, just that one touchdown.
Other than that touchdown, Zach, they gave up 66 yards of offense.
Right, that's really good. And the touchdown was a long one, wasn't
33 yards, yeah.
rammed it down the field 4 yards at a time.
No, it just happened to be on a third down long conversion.
It always is. First down, remember a couple years ago, first down and 10 from the 10-yard line. It was like, Mingus has them, third down at 27, first down. How that it just kept happening all the time.
I remember that. And then 3rd and 2, we'd stand.
Yeah. Well, run of 2, second down and 8 now as the ball's moved to the 12-yard line. Time starting to click off the clock here as both teams have had the ball once in the third quarter. Down to 8:20 left to go here as the Bulldogs return to the line of scrimmage, second down and 8. I formation, Twins on the right, tight end on the left. Quarterback set under center, takes a handoff, and will hand it off to the left where they will try to dive through the Marauder line of scrimmage for a yard and not much more after that. Looked like it might have been number 8 carrying the ball that time, Sean Curran, the tight end. And backup quarterback. Maybe he's in at quarterback. Nope, it's still number 5, Tyler Logus running into place from the sideline.
Yeah, I'd be surprised if they've got him in at quarterback, but I've seen stranger things.
Third down and long. Marauder defense, chance to pin them deep. Hope to get some good field position. Quarterback from the shotgun, lifts the left leg. Here's the snap, and looking to throw left side. Has a man, bounces right off of the 10 on his chest. And incomplete, right at the sticks at the 20-yard line. Would have been enough for a first down, but it bounces off the shoulder pads that time and incomplete. The Marauders defense has forced a 3-and-out and should get good field position for the offense here after the punt.
Well, remember, Helsel took the opening kickoff all the way back to the 40-yard line, so let's see what kind of return we can set up here.
Well, this is Tiffany, the punt return man.
Herb Tiffany to receive the
Here's a snap. Punter goes up. Oh, it gets off a shank. A bad shank. And a flag on the play. Good roll, but the punt was so poor that it doesn't matter. To the 37-yard line. Now, let's see what that flag. There's 2 flags on the field. One on the far sideline and one in the backfield. And a 5-yard penalty here would not help the Bulldogs. Would not give them a first down. They might try punting it again because that punt was not too good.
See if it's a running into or a if it's a running into the kicker, then it would still be just the 5 yards.
And we have, did they run into the kicker? I didn't see that part.
The kicker was down.
No, looks like we've got an illegal motion on the offense. And we're going to decline that. Oh, now we got running into the kicker on the defense. They offset. And the Marauders will have to return again.
Do-over. Yep. Well, now we're going to see what that does because Mingus would have gotten the ball at the 38-yard line.
So yeah, so let's see where they get it now.
Yep.
That was a shank. However, Tiffany's standing at the 41 awaiting the punt. Well, now he backs up a little bit to the 43.
Oh, he'll back up. He'll keep going.
Not after that last punt.
Well, Mingus almost got in and blocked it.
It was kind of a high snap, too. Here's the snap and a much better effort on the punt. However, this one will be returned from the 45 to the 40. So the Marauders lose about 2 yards on the punt that time, but they've still got tremendous field position. First down and 10 from the Bulldog 40-yard line with 7:09 left to go here in the third quarter of play. Mingus will have the ball. First down and 10 as they bring the offense back out on the field for the second time here in the second half. And good field position, only 40 yards away from the end zone. The last time the Marauders had a JB, all the way down to the 10-yard line where they were stopped on fourth down. Figure a field goal there and a field goal here would put you up by that 2 possessions.
I don't know if you've noticed, but we've actually played the entire game wherever the youth football players were.
Well, and that's the way it should be.
Right.
Let the little guy see how it's done.
Right. Up close and personal.
Let them see a touchdown right here. That's what they want.
That's exactly what they want.
First down and 10, Mingus from the Bulldog 40. Navarez from the shotgun, takes a snap, fakes a handoff to Helsel, now rolls to his left, throws down the field, he's got a man, Simmons with the reception inside the 20, Zach Simmons with a catch over the smaller defender, and he's knocked out of bounds at the 17.
23 yards on that one, and needs a Christmas card out there from Navarez, because Navarez threw that one into coverage, the defensive back, if you'll notice, never watching. He was playing the receiver, and Simmons did a great job amongst the other hands and arms in there to get a hold of that ball.
Right down in front of the youth football players. They got an up close and personal look at that one. Now you've got flags and whistles and Referee doing a little dance out there. Hey, wind the clock. 7 minutes left to go, third quarter. 10-7, Mingus with the ball. First down and 10 from the 17-yard line of the Bulldogs. From the shotgun. Here's a snap and a sweep going right side to Helsel behind Hanks. Helsel trying to get to the sideline, and he's going to be caught and down at about the 15 or 16-yard line. Not much on the carry, about 1.5 yards, maybe 2 at the most. And a second down, and we'll call it 8 for Mingus.
Well, Helsel always seems to be just one player away from a breakaway or one block away from a breakaway. Now, that young man's a junior. We're going to see a lot more carries from him because I think they're starting to prep him a little bit more for next year as a senior.
Another one, yeah. He along with Collins. Second down and 8. And the handoff to Hanks. Stutter step to the right. Cuts back left and through the middle of that line, trying to get through that guard and tackle spot. Didn't get a whole lot, although he is inside the 15. We're going to mark him at the 13-yard line. So it's going to be third down and 5 here for the Marauders with 5:55 on the clock in the third quarter. 10-7, Mingus with the lead.
When Dakota Hanks goes and they watch film on that one on Saturday morning, he's going to notice that a left turn there had a lot more green than the middle did.
Third down play here for the Marauders. They went for it on fourth last time they were in this position. Navarez rolling left and flags and whistles, and they stop the play. That's bad news for the O.
And that'll be the illegal motion.
Yep. The illegal motion on Mingus. 5:32 left to go in the third quarter. 10-7, Marauders with the lead. And now, 3rd and 5 becomes 3rd and 10.
Dope.
However, we are, kind of in Jacobo range here.
We are. Now it makes you wonder whether or not we had gone for the field goal the last time.
That's what I was saying, yeah, right. You put the two of them together, and then you are up by your 2 scores.
Yep, got to split the uprights 2 times.
Well, that's not always the case. Third down play, they're going to throw. Navarez looking left the whole time, firing left. He's got a man at the 8-yard line. Catch made. Tanner Karen cuts it to the middle and scores! Tanner Karen with the grab at about the 8-yard line. Turns it upfield, cuts it back to the middle between 2 defenders and takes it to the house. The Marauders extend the lead. 5:05 left to go, third quarter of play. Boom goes the cannon, and the Marauders starting to light up the board here at home.
Or you could do that.
That's what I'd pick. Jacobo on to attempt the extra point, and this is the way we like to see him kick them. High, straight, and good. 17-7, the Marauders do get that 2-possession lead with 5:05 left third quarter. We'll be back with the Marauders kicking off when we come back after this.
Two things we can count on every year.
A new set of tax rules and great weather here in northern Arizona.
Jackson Hewitt Tax Service, locally owned and operated by Lewis Rice since 1997, is here for you all year long.
Your neighborhood Jackson Hewitt Tax Office will help you in all of your taxing situations.
Electronic filing is always free with your tax preparation at Jackson Hewitt Tax Service.
Get more in return. Call 1-800-234-1040 for an office near you.
Back at Mingus, Jacobo to kick the ball away, taking at the 1-yard line. Return to the middle of the field to the 10, to the 15, cutting it to the middle, now to the left-hand side. Caught up in a big scrum of people and down at the 23.
22-yard line.
4:55 left third quarter as the Bulldogs take over possession of the football, now trailing by 10, 17-7. Marauders matching their largest lead of the ball game right now, the 10-point advantage.
Hey, don't forget that football doesn't end here tonight.
Oh, no.
Oh, no. Lots of football going on Saturday, the 19th. Going to be played here at, well, let's see. Looks like the Lobos will be home at 10 a.m. The Bears will be home at noon, and the Cardinals are at home at 2.
First down and 10. Bulldogs take the snap, and it's fumbled. It's loose on the ground. The quarterback picks it up, but he's got his knee down. So that will be down inside the 20, back to about the 17-yard line. That's a big loss, so about 7 yards or so there on first down. The Bulldogs down by 2 possessions. Have a little backfire there on first down.
Can't get the snap off, right?
Well, he got the snap off, just couldn't get the snap to the quarterback. Rolled it around his ankles. What's that, croquet or something? We're trying to hit it through the wickets? Well, that's what they did.
I was never good at that game.
No, I just like smacking that ball real hard. Getting the two together and whacking it. That's the way you do it. Right through the wickets. Looking to roll to the right. Quarterback looking downfield. JV, don't do that to me. And the pass is caught on the Marauder sideline and bringing it into the open to the 50-yard line. Into the Marauder 40. Finally tackled by Herb Tiffany. It looked like the Marauders thought they were going to have him knocked out of bounds back around the 30. The next thing you know, he broke free and runs all the way down to the Marauder 36-yard line. A big gain that time by Joe Scott. And the Marauders defense now backed up.
Wow, 48 yards on a very little reception, about 9 yards downfield.
Yeah.
And boy, Scott just did the rest of it. And Tiffany did a great job of using the sideline as another defender to keep him from going all the way.
Good angle that time. That's that old angle drill you run, JB. First down and 10 now. Bulldogs think they got something going on at the Marauder 36-yard line, working near hash mark on the Marauder side of the field. Quarterback from the shotgun with one back to his left. Takes a snap, and he'll hand off on a delayed draw up the middle. And Mingus not giving up much that way. He come running through here. We're going to hit you hard. Anthony Broyles in on the hit. Looked like he got a little help from old number 5 out there, JB, Ulysses Hernandez.
Nice to have him back. He was out with an ankle injury a little bit earlier and missed a couple of games, including homecoming. On the run, Daniel Wilford, and he gets a very painful yard. I think that's an Excedrin yard, isn't it? It comes with the headache.
Comes with a headache. That's a headache waiting to happen. 2 receivers on the left. In the slot, it's number 10, Joe Scott. That's their main weapon. Running back switches from the left to the right-hand side of the quarterback, working out of the gun. 2 receivers on the right as well. Here's a snap. Looking left the whole time. Now flushed out of the pocket. And now looking to run. The Marauders in pursuit. Will cut it to the sideline and jump out of bounds right at about the line of scrimmage. Not much room there. Bring up 3rd down and 9 now. The Marauders with good pursuit that time by Alex Eppinger as he was able to get through there and flush the quarterback out of the pocket and break up the play.
That's got to be frustrating for a defensive lineman when you get through and you're chasing the quarterback. You know darn well if the race was to the counter at McDonald's, you would win. On the football field, maybe not.
No doubt. 3rd down and 9 from the shotgun. Bulldogs working from the Marauder 35-yard line. Quarterback rolling left, pulls up, throws screen pass to the right. He's got a man. The Marauders look to be there defensively. Can they make the tackle? Yes, they can. Jesse Rios gets in there, gets a little help from his safety, up him, and the Marauders bring him down for a gain of 1. Brings up 4th down and 8. Still 2:45 to go, 3rd quarter from the Marauder 34-yard line. The Bulldogs 4th down and long, and it doesn't look like they're looking to give this ball up right now.
Well, he goes to his tight end for the first time, Curran, and only gets a yard out of it. Great job by Mingus because the blitz was on. It was picked up well by the offensive line. Rio said, okay, fine, I'll let you throw it to the underneath guy, but I'm going to make contact at the line of scrimmage, which is exactly what he did.
Quarterback Logus runs the play in from the sideline. 2 receivers left, 2 right, 1 back in the backfield from the shotgun. 5 down linemen for the Bulldogs. Waiting the shotgun snap. There it is. Looking left. Now looking to run up the middle. Breaking 1 tackle. And he won't break the next one. Down at the 30-yard line. And the Marauders will get the ball back on down. Well, Logus thought he had something up the middle. He was able to shake free of it. Looked like Eppinger. But once he got into the secondary, the Marauder linebackers and safeties came in and chopped them down.
Well, he had to change his direction out there because I think Isaiah Baker was a little bit of a wall that he had to run around. And when he tried to go around him, he had to cut back to the outside, ran right into the Mingus Marauder defense.
Well, the Marauder offense coming out on the field with a 10-point lead, 1:58 left to go. Back in the day, this was run the ball, run the clock, win the game time for the Marauders. Navarez with Helsel in motion will hand off up the middle, and wow, Levi Collins only got 2. And brings up 2nd down and 8. That's just a little surprising. Levi Collins been breaking off big chunk after big chunk all night long, JB.
Yeah.
He's a chunk himself.
Yeah, you're going to have to pull him. I mean, that's just killing the average.
No doubt.
Now he's got 4 carries on 83 yards on 4 carries.
Man, when you're only getting 20 yards to carry. Second down and 8 play. Here come the Marauders, giving it back to Collins. Collins doing the dirty work up the middle this time. That's a better carry. And it'll bring up 3rd down and 2 for the Marauders as he's able to push the ball all the way up to the 38-yard line. And the Marauders are running the ball and running the clock. And let's see if that leads to the big win of the game.
17.8 yards per carry now. Actually, 89 yards. Looking to be, this could be his first 100-yard game as Mingus Marauder running the ball.
No doubt. Not that far away.
11
he's
yards.
due for another big one.
Yes. Let's see. Big, medium, small.
All right, now we're ready for big.
Okay.
48 seconds left as the Marauders head to the line of scrimmage on 3rd down and short. Handoff going to the left-hand side, banging in the line and breaking free of a tackle at the 40-yard line and able to move forward an extra yard for a first down. Levi Collins gets it done up the middle for Mingus. He needed 2, he got 3, and the Marauders have a first down and may be able to run out the rest of this 3rd quarter without having to snap that ball.
Well, most important on this particular series was the defensive stand that Mingus did with the 4th down failed conversion for the Bulldogs.
Just good tackling.
And now being able to run the ball and run the clock is exactly what you were talking about, Zach.
We'll give you a little, but not enough for a first. Navarez looking to throw on first. Pump fake. Now he does throw down the right side. And nothing doing there. The pass was thrown to the inside, and the receiver stayed wide on the sideline. And it falls incomplete with 15 seconds left to go now in the 3rd quarter. And we are 15 seconds away from the 4:48 with the Marauders leading 17-7. And the ball right now, but 2nd and 10.
Second quarter, Navarez is a little more efficient than he was in the, or second half rather, more efficient than he was in the first half. He is 2 of 3, 40 yards and a touchdown here in the second half.
Here's a snap and a sweep coming to the left-hand side, cutting it back up into the middle, and a first down run by the Marauders. And it looks to be maybe Rios, I think, as, yeah, it is Jesse Rios that gets up with the football all the way at the 42-yard line of the Bulldogs. A big run for Jesse Rios, a big first down for the Marauders, right where they really needed one to try to show a little dominance over these Bulldogs. 7 seconds left in the 3rd quarter, and this should most definitely take us to the 4:48. The Marauders are walking off the field, and that's it. End of the 3rd quarter of play. Mingus with the lead by 10, 17-7. It'll be first down and 10 Marauders from the Bulldog 42 when we come back with 4th quarter action after this.
Our whole team is here to help you get the most out of each workout here at the Cottonwood Recreation Center.
Here in the Verde Valley, it's always a great time to ride. And for all your cycle needs, it's always a great time to visit D&K Service Cycle and ATV. Their certified technicians can keep your street bike or your dirt bike in tip-top shape year-round. Stop in and check out the full inventory of riding gear. At D&K, they can help sell your good used motorcycles too. Go to dkservicecycle.com and find out about the consignment program. D&K Service Cycle and ATV in Cottonwood, a quarter mile south of Walmart. Back at Mingus High School as we start the 4:48. The Marauders with the ball, first down and 10. Handoff going left-hand side to Collins. He's got some room to run again. Collins up 30, stays on his feet. It's still running down the field on the left side, and it'll be brought down inside the 25 to about the 23-yard line. Levi Collins rips off 20 more, and another big first down for the Marauders.
Well, we're going to have to save this replay because this will solidify his first 100-yard game as a rusher, 111 yards. See, that's the kind of effort you need right there. Okay, you need 9 yards for a first down, you get 20. I like that.
That's how you do it. Yeah.
Right. 9 yards for 100 yards, get 20.
That's how you do it. Here's the handoff coming to the right-hand side to Helsel, looking for a block. Helsel is going to be tripped up in the backfield and then hammered after he hit the ground. Good play by the defense that time. Old number 24, Skylar Burgess, comes over, makes the play on Helsel, and the Marauders will lose a yard on the carry back to the 24-yard line, where it is now 2nd down and 11.
Once again, Helsel just needs that one man that he's got to be able to break away from. Otherwise, he had the edge and all sorts of green. Probably very easily would have gotten close to a 1st down.
Well, now we've got the Cottonwood Panthers down on the field, JB, coming down for their 4th quarter action here. Here's a snap, and the Marauders hand off up the middle. They faked the sweep to Rios and gave it off up the middle on the delay run to Levi Collins, who was able to get back up to about the 22-yard line, a gain of 2 on the play, and now 3rd down and 9 for Mingus.
Well, Tyler Bond getting up a little bit slow again, which is not good. I think he pulled on that play because he was way over there where the left tackle would be when he was getting off the ground.
Here's the 3rd down play. Navarez looking left the whole time. He's got a man open on the left. 1st down catch to the 5. Makes a man miss to the end zone. Touchdown, Mingus! Tanner Karen with his 2nd touchdown catch of the night for the Mingus Marauders. This one's good for 22 yards, and the Marauders extend the lead. Tanner Karen, the last couple of weeks, JB, has really been doing a good job for Mingus. As a matter of fact, he's our player of the week last week, and he's got 2 touchdown receptions here tonight.
Boy, he sure wants a repeat, doesn't he?
Looks like it. Jacobo in to attempt the extra point. Navarro's the holder. Good snap, good hold. Kick is up. It looks true, and it is good. The Marauders lead 24-7 with 10:16 left to go in the 4th quarter. We'll be back with the Marauder kickoff coming up right after this.
Digitel, a Verizon premium wireless retailer. Come in today for the latest from America's largest and most reliable wireless network, including nationwide unlimited talk from Motorola, LG, Samsung, Apple, and HTC. Find Digitel, your Verizon premium wireless retailer, in the Flagstaff Mall, in Cottonwood at 960 South Main Street, in Payson at 401 North Beeline Highway, and in Prescott with locations in the Prescott Gateway Mall, Willow Crossroads, and the shops at Prescott Gateway.
Back at Mingus High School, 10:16 left in the ball game, and the Marauders have now opened up a 17-point advantage after the 2nd touchdown reception by Tanner Karen here tonight. 24-7 Marauders. Jacobo to kick the ball away. It's up, it's high, and this one will be taken at the 1-yard line again. And they're going to fake an end around a reverse, and now he's in trouble back inside the 10. Slips a tackle, still on his feet, runs off his own guy, and big old number 64. Too much to run off of, and he knocks him to the ground. And the Marauders will get a little help on the tackle by Shane Gow, who makes the hit on his own man that time. That was almost like the New York Jets, the butt fumble, except he didn't fumble. He just ran into the big fellow and got bounced backwards about 5 yards.
Speaking of that, did you see the Cardinals left tackle get taken out by the safety on a play Thursday night?
Oh, I missed that one.
Oh, yeah. He came up to block the safety who was in a blitz position, and the safety actually knocked him over. Whoops.
That's what I mean. The Cardinals have a problem there with the revolving door at left tackle. After they traded Levi Brown, who was their #1 pick a couple years ago. Handoff going to the right. Oh, they hand off to the big fullback this time. You saw him lower his head into the line of scrimmage. Then you see his head go jolting back because he hit somebody hard right there in the middle. And the Marauders bang old number 33, JB. Oh, that's his other kid, Jesus Barraza, the halfback. They got the carry that time, and he got a yard or 2, but he paid for it.
Well, I ran into Isaiah Baker.
Oh, well, that will do it, yeah.
That definitely does the neck jerk.
That's one of the stronger kids out here on the Mingus Marauders. Not real big in height, but he's thick and wide and fast for a big kid like that.
Yeah, no, girth and speed is dangerous.
Trips right, 1 left. Running back to the left of the quarterback, turns and throws, screen pass to the right-hand side, and they're going to have a good gain on this one. The Marauders are in pursuit, and hey, good open field tackle by the youngster Upham, as he's able to make the play. Jordan Upham, sophomore, 5'8", 150. Another one of these Mingus Marauders that isn't real big in stature, but plays hard as a bulldog out there. Get it? And he knocks him down after a first down catch all the way out to the 38-yard line. And as a matter of fact, tonight you want to be playing harder than a bulldog who trail the Marauders 24-7.
Second catch this half by Joe Scott. He's got 68 yards on 2 catches just this half.
Handoff up the middle on the delayed draw on the Marauders, not full. Coming up with a hit that time for Mingus. Looked like it was old number 21, Pete Kelly, coming up for the hit from his linebacker position.
I like it when delayed draws turn into delayed gains.
All right. Kelly, another one, 5'9", 165. Only a sophomore, like Upham, only a sophomore. Imagine in the next couple of years, probably put on a couple of pounds. Second down, handoff coming to the left-hand side, in trouble in the backfield is Scott. Now he's slipping tackles, and now he's out on the open to the 45 to the 50, running to the Marauder side of the field. Down the right sideline he goes, caught from behind, and finally tripped up inside the 20-yard line. Well, the Marauders have team speed on their defense, and that's what stopped a touchdown that time as Joe Scott got out in the open after cutting through a slew of Marauder defenders, breaking tackle after tackle. There's one missed tackle, 2 missed tackles, and still running the ball, and the Marauders not able to catch up with Scott until he's way down on the Marauder side of the field, and finally that team speed on defense, Dakota Hanks wrestles him down at the 18. Here's the snap, look at the throw, up top, right side to the end zone, and caught for a touchdown. Well, now we've got a ball game again. With 8:05 left to go. Touchdown reception made by, it looks like it was 24, Skylar Burgess in the right corner there. One-on-one with the Marauder defenders, and the touchdown will cut the Marauder lead to 24-13, and the Bulldogs will attempt the extra point to get back within 10.
Well, Logus here in the second half is actually 4 of 5, 87 yards and a touchdown now. He's had his first 100-yard passing game of the season.
And the extra point attempt is snap good. Attempt is up and no good. Missed it wide to the right. So that helps the Marauders. Now it's an 11-point lead. So now it's a touchdown, 2-point conversion, and a field goal just to tie. Mingus will get the ball with 8:05 left in the fourth quarter, leading 24-13. We'll be back with a Marauder return coming up after this.
Think back to all those rules you heard growing up.
Don't get dirty.
You'll always remember those rules.
Don't run with scissors.
Now, not only can you bend some of those rules,
don't talk to strangers.
You can turn them into a career.
Keep your hands to yourself.
Imagine your possibilities. So when you want to expand your job skills or explore a new career path, don't be afraid to take some chances. Push your boundaries. Trust in your abilities. Yavapai College. Life explored.
Touchdown for the Bulldogs with 8:05 left to go in the ball game has tightened things up here. The missed extra point, however, has made things a little bit tougher on Kingman. 24-13, the Marauders with an 11-point lead as they're set to receive the kickoff.
Interesting. We have seen a lot of throwing touchdowns out here tonight. 2 by the Mingus Marauders, 2 by Kingman.
Here's the kickoff, a line drive right down the middle, taken by Rios at the 15. Rios down the middle of the field. He's got a little bit of a hole out of the outside. Rios to the 40-yard line, to the 45 to the 50. Finally caught and chased out of bounds at about the Kingman Bulldog 45. They're going to mark him at the 46. First down and 10, Mingus. Now with a short field to work with to try to extend their lead with 7:53 left.
Well, the key to that run back was Rios picking that one up clean off the candy hop, and because the ball was a low line drive, quite honestly, he had that ball before any Kingman Bulldog was 15 yards downfield. All of a sudden, you've got 2 semis colliding, if you will, and Rios had a return of about 12 yards before he even ran into the first opposition.
Yeah. First down and 10, Mingus. Navarez, who's got a couple touchdown passes tonight, will hand off this time, going to Broyles on the right side. Broyles lowers his head as he nears the defense. I'm not going to try to run away from you. I'll just run right through you. And he picked up 8 yards all the way down to the 38-yard line, where it's now 2nd down and 2.
That is definitely Anthony Broyles.
Here comes Tanner Karen into the ball game. Bulldogs beware. He's lit you up twice. He's running out to the wide out on the left-hand side after running by the huddle, saying, just throw it to me, dude.
Broyles runs like a linebacker, doesn't he?
Yes, he does.
Looking for contact.
Yep, he runs like he wants to hurt you. Marauders are not going to get called for motion, even though it was. And the handoff to Broyles, and he'll just spin through the line, and he'll be really close to a 1st down. This is going to depend on the spot. Looks like they're going to make him just a little bit shy. And it'll be 3rd down and less than a yard for Mingus. They need to get to the 36-yard line. They are at the 36.5 right now.
Would not be surprised to see Navarez call his own number on this one.
Yeah, he's got Hank standing right next to him. Here's a snap, and Navarez fumbles it. Now he picks it up, and he's caught from behind and tackled for a big loss. All the way back to the 42-yard line, a loss of about 5 on the play, and now 4th down for Mingus. Fortunately, the clock's still running. 4th and about 6 for the Marauders as they've got the ball at the 42-yard line of the Bulldogs, and you'd think that Mingus is going to look to go for it here, as a field goal wouldn't really, field goal's out of the question, but a punt wouldn't really get you a whole lot of yardage here if it goes into the end zone.
No, probably not, although it could be some important yards. I think Navarez just took his eye off of that ball. I don't think that was anything wrong with the snap.
Navarez looking to throw. He's under pressure. He's hit and he throws, and yeah, it's going to be intentional grounding. So the Marauders will lose the ball all the way back at their own about 45-yard line. That intentional grounding is going to hurt. It's going to cost the Marauders a bunch of yards, and the Bulldogs will take over 1st down and 10 at the Marauder 45.
That is now the 5th sack against the Mingus Marauders out here tonight.
And our call from the referee is intentional grounding on Mingus. Loss of down on the Marauders. Okay, so loss of down, it was 4th down, so Kingman will take over 1st down and 10 from the Marauder 45-yard line. 6:05 left to go in regulation time. The Marauders on top by 11, 24-13, looking to put together a winning streak. 2 in a row going up the flag next week to take on Coconino, which is a very winnable game for the Marauders.
Coconino got to find out who they play here tonight. I'll look that one up, but they went into tonight's play 1-6 on the season.
Right, not very good. 1st down and 10, Bulldogs with an I formation. The quarterback set back under center. He's got twins on the left. Tight end on the right. Here's a snap, and they'll look to run to the left to Scott. Scott now to the 40-yard line, and he'll carry a defender for a yard from there to the 39, maybe the 38. We'll call it the 38 and a gain of 2. And 2nd down and now we're going to call it the 39, a gain of 1. 2nd down and 9.
Shill on another tackle out there for the Mingus Marauders.
Hearing his name all night.
1-yard gain.
And the Bulldogs, down now by 11, are running the ball and then taking their time running plays in from the sideline and huddling with 5:35 left to go.
Well, I know that the Bulldogs prefer to run the ball. That is the strength of their offense, so to speak. But they've actually gotten more done throwing the ball here tonight.
And you're down by 11 with 5.5 minutes left. You got to get it down the field in big chunks. Here's a snap, and they'll run a reverse. And now the Scott is going to look to throw, and he will throw. He's got a man. 1st down inside the 30, and caught at the 25 and out of bounds around the 24-yard line, so it stops the clock. 5:10 left to go. Big 1st down for Kingman all the way down to the Marauder 24-yard line.
Watch this play. Look at the hit in the back right there on the defender as number 21 got in there. The referee pulled his flag out of his pocket and then put it back in and let the play roll.
1st down and 10, Bulldogs at the Marauder 24-yard line. Clock stopped, 24-13. Mingus with the lead. Bulldogs looking to tighten things up here, and if they were able to score, they got to go for 2. Waiting the snap, there it is, looking to run it himself, and the quarterback is going to run through the middle, and Logus actually picks up about 6 yards on the carry inside the 20, down about the 18-yard line. It was a quarterback keeper. That was a design play, and it looked like it wasn't going to go for very much. The next thing you know, he pops back out of there and picks up about 6 or 7.
Hate it when that happens. Hey, Kingman actually has an option. They still have to have a field goal to get the tie. So they may not have to get the touchdown here, although it would be preferable.
Oh, yeah, for sure. Second down play. Here's a snap and a pitch coming to Scott out of the backfield. The left-hand side, and wham! He's hammered, but is able to slide forward nonetheless for what appears to be, well, it looks like it's going to be just shy of a first down. And I don't mean by much. Third down and less than a football's length away from a first down. And the clock running, 4:15 and counting.
Both teams still have all 3 timeouts available to them here late in the fourth quarter.
Big old 33 in the backfield, number 10 right behind them. Quarterback set under center. Here's a snap. Drops back, looking right. Now the Marauders are in pursuit. Flush down the pocket, throws to the right side. Hits his receiver right in the chest again. And incomplete that time. Sean Curran, the tight end, was the intended receiver. And it's incomplete, JB. That was third down and less than a football's length. And now it's fourth down. They were throwing it on third and short.
Trying to pull a fast one on the Mingus Marauders, and I don't think they expected Pete Kelly to shimmy his way through that line and put some pressure on the quarterback.
The shimmy shake. Fourth down and less than a yard. Let's see if the Bulldogs will try to go for the run this time. They got a big fullback in there, old number 33. He's a halfback, Jesus Barraza. Here's the snap. Barraza to the left. Barraza with a first down and running over Marauders, holding on and tackling the big fella at about the 6-yard line. Is going to be, looks like it's Herb Tiffany and maybe Jordan Upham that combine on the tackle. And the clock stopped here for some reason, not sure why. The Marauders leading 24-13, and now the officials are, do we have a timeout? We must have a timeout, yeah. Bulldogs are calling timeout. 3:49 left to go in the fourth quarter. 24-13, Mingus with the ball, first down and goal. Bulldogs at the Marauders 7 when we return after this.
Service, convenience, price. Taylor Waste is locally owned and voted #1 in residential garbage collection for the past 8 years in a row. And right now, new customers will enjoy 2 months free service with your switch to Taylor Waste. Add an extra container and take part in Taylor Waste's popular clean recycling program as well.
Hi, I'm Chris Taylor, owner of Taylor Waste. We're proud to serve our friends and neighbors with service tailored to your needs.
Back at Mingus, 3:49 left to go in the ball game. The Marauders hold on to an 11-point lead with the Bulldogs knocking on the door here. First and goal from the Marauders 6. Looking to throw to the left-hand side, throw it across the middle. The catch is made, and it's a touchdown. Caught right at the goal line. Joe Scott was apparently able to move the ball across the plane of the goal line, and the Bulldogs have added on to their total here, now trailing the Marauders by 5, 24-19 with 3:44 left to go, and Coach Ward setting in the 2-point conversion play.
Wouldn't be surprised if it looked like a lot like that play right there.
Bulldogs want to talk it out. This is an important 2-point conversion. 3:44 left to go. Bulldogs will talk it over. We'll be back to Mingus High School after the Kingman timeout.
Service, convenience, price. Taylor Waste is locally owned and voted #1 in residential garbage collection for the past 8 years in a row. And right now, new customers will enjoy 2 months free service with your switch to Taylor Waste. Add an extra container and take part in Taylor Waste's popular clean recycling program as well.
Hi, I'm Chris Taylor, owner of Taylor Waste. We're proud to serve our friends and neighbors with service tailored to your needs.
Back at Mingus High School on what seems to be a wasted timeout by these Bulldogs, JB. With 3:44 left, they waste their second timeout before the 2-point conversion. Like you said, they should have already had that play called. And with 2 timeouts, 3:44 left, they had a chance to use their timeouts on defense to make sure they could get the ball back. Now I think they might have to go onside. Quarterback with his main man Scott in motion out of the backfield. As a turnaround handoff to his big fullback is going to be stopped shy of the goal line. Good play by the Marauder defense. The big fella Barraza unable to get in, stopped right at the line of scrimmage, and he won't make it near the goal line. 3:44 left, 24-19. The Marauders with the lead. Now, JB, can Mingus grind out a first down? This is where that timeout for Kingman is going to come back to bite them, as they will only be able to stop the clock once instead of twice after they wasted one before their two-point conversion that didn't work at all.
Well, the most important thing is Mingus, will their special hands team be able to deal with the potential onside kick? I think it all starts right there.
Well, let's see who they've got up there. Looks like Thagard is up there along with number 20, Rigoberto Garcia Rangel. Who else they got up there? 48 is up there. That's Felix Vera. They've got 14, Marshall Schill on the front line. Right behind them, it's going to be Herb Tiffany, Levi Collins right there behind them. It looks like Pete Kelly is in there up close for the Mingus Marauders. So, yeah, they've got the good hands guys in there, and then they still got a couple of guys deep just in case Kingman does think about trying to pooch one up over the top. Well, here we go. One of the most exciting plays in football, the onside kick expected here by the Bulldogs. And there it is, and it's not an onside kick. It's kind of a pooch kick that will go out of bounds. No doubt about it. Mingus must have had a good beat on him. When you're standing right there watching that ball, it's a lot different than it is from way over here, because that's a little too close for comfort for me. I think I just dive on that one. Instead, it goes out of bounds. Flag is thrown, and the Marauders will get good field position to start their drive.
I'll tell you, though, I mean, he was standing right over the ball, but it was kicked a lot harder than I had anticipated or expected. And all of a sudden, for whatever reason, when it got close to the sideline, it slowed down a lot.
Yeah.
Man, great brakes put on that by Reese's Tire.
First down and 10, Mingus from their 35. And here it is, JB. Can you grind out 3:40 on the clock with a 5-point lead at home with the ball?
I sure hope so.
I formation for the Marauders. Haven't seen this tonight. Handoff going to the left-hand side. It's Dakota Hanks, and that is get the clock running. Run for Hanks. He got 2 yards, but he doesn't care. He's getting up. He's healthy. The clock's running.
2-yard gain.
He's got 19 yards on 6 carries out here tonight. However, once again, Collins, his first 100-yard rushing night of the season.
Tanner Karen runs the play in. He's got 2 touchdown receptions tonight for the Marauders.
Coach said throw it to me.
Yeah. Here's the snap. Oh, boy, hitting the backfield, breaking the initial tackle. Anthony Broyles, he got hit as soon as he was handed the ball and was able to break free somehow and ends up losing about 5 yards on the carry. Now the Bulldogs are starting to feel pretty good about themselves. It's 3rd down and 12 for the Marauders with 2:45 left to go.
Jared Brown came in like he was shot out of the Mingus cannon and got to him. But great job by Broyles just keeping his feet. He at least wasted another 4 or 5 seconds.
A stop here by the Bulldogs, and they will have plenty of time. They'll call their 3rd timeout, and there's still 2.5 minutes left to go in this ball game. A touchdown with no conversion would beat you. And now they've got flags flying. The Marauders are trying to get the Bulldogs to jump. Flags come flying in, and it looks like the Marauders are the ones that jump. So now they stop the clock. They move backwards, and they're going to be faced with 3rd down and about 17 or 18 here. Move the ball all the way back inside the 30 to the 28-yard line.
Well, that makes it a longer 3rd down conversion.
Yes, it does.
3rd down and 17.
And you know what? You're obviously you have the option of throwing the ball here because they're going to stop the clock anyway.
May as well make them use their timeout. And the Marauders handoff up the middle, and nowhere to run for Dakota Hanks. And the Marauders are looking to make them use their timeout, and the Bulldogs will. That's their final timeout. With 2:11 left to go, the Bulldogs will be getting the ball back, but they won't be able to stop the clock with the exception of picking up 1st down.
And getting out of bounds.
And getting out of bounds, right.
Which then, you know, of course, you start to kind of cover a little bit more to the sidelines. However, this squad, the Bulldogs, have shown enough speed that if they can get Scott the ball in open field, he can gain a lot of distance, a lot of ground all at once.
Oh, this one's not over, unfortunately. Hoping the Marauders would be able to pick up a first down, JB. If Mingus was able to pick up a first down, this one would be over.
Yep, absolutely. They'd be able to pretty much run the clock out.
Run her out. Now, they need their defense to come up huge once again.
Well, Mingus' defense has really kept him in the season.
Yeah, no doubt about it. In that Paradise Valley game, this team that averaged 58 points a game going in the fourth quarter, they had 7.
Yep.
Fourth quarter, they took off a little. I think they wore the Marauders out. That was all that no-huddle stuff that Mingus was seeing at the beginning of the year, and they just weren't able to stick with those guys for the full 4:48. Waiting the punt, and oh boy, a shank by Schill was nearly blocked. They'll take a good Marauder bounce. Fortunately, it's still bouncing the Marauder way. This punt's got about 15 or 20 yards on the roll, and the punt itself is only about 27 yards.
You are right. It was partially blocked. Somebody got a hand on it, and Kingman Bulldogs, they showed they were coming at it.
Yeah, it was something. Either he got it off the side of the foot or somebody got a hand on it. It looked like a Bulldog was in there, JB. And fortunately for the Marauders, it did take a good Marauder bounce, about 45 feet worth, 15 yards or so. Well, now it's at the 42-yard line. The Bulldogs need a touchdown with 1:59 left. They are 58 yards away from winning this ball game with no timeouts to work with.
And Mingus has had a 2-possession lead most of the game so far.
Quarterback takes a snap, fakes a handoff, rolling to his left, under pressure, fires, has a man, catch made at the Marauders side of the 50-yard line, a gain of about 9. Clock will continue to run. Ball set, Bulldogs to the line of scrimmage. Quarterback working up and down his line, shouting out the snap cadence. One running back to his left, trips on the right, rolling right, looking to throw, pump fake, going up top, deep down the right-hand side, and it is intercepted by the Marauders. A huge turnover, the big pick for Mingus, and we will have our Larry Green Chevrolet pick of the week as the ball is returned to the 25-yard line. Larry Green Chevrolet sponsors our pick of the week, a 2011 Hyundai Genesis 2.0T.
Absolutely beautiful as he outran the receiver on the route. Talk about jumping the route. You don't usually talk about jumping the long route, but that's exactly what the Mingus Marauder defensive back did on that position.
Couldn't see, JB, but I'm pretty sure it was Jesse Rios that time with the INT for Mingus. And now the Marauders are in our favorite formation. This is the take the knee victory formation for Mingus. Navarra set under center, takes a snap and takes a knee, and the Marauders are on their way to a 2-game winning streak here tonight. 24-19, Mingus with the lead. They'll take a knee one more time, and that should run out the clock, and the Marauders will get their first victory here at home this season.
Oh my gosh, you are right. Holy cow.
Second down, the Marauders now walk back to the line of scrimmage. And they'll take a knee one more time, and this one will tick away, and the Marauders will have their first home victory and their second victory in a row. Looking to build a little momentum and some steam. We might need some steam next week as we head up to the high country, up to Flagstaff, for the Marauders to take on the Coconino Panthers.
Looked it up. Coconino playing Campo Verde here today, so they are playing outside the section
in a freedom game.
For a game, yep.
Tuesday, 5 to 7:30 p.m. in the Mingus Cafeteria.
Yeah, I heard the Mingus girls basketball team has foregone the spaghetti dinner that everybody else does, and they're going to have an enchilada dinner, JB.
Really?
Yes.
Hey!
That sounds like the way to go. The Mingus Marauders. Oh, by the way, we'd like to thank the Lady Marauders basketball team for their excellent job of parking coordination at the Rhythm and Ribs Festival over the weekend.
And let's hear
and hopefully they made some donations in the process, yes?
I think they did okay.
Excellent, good for them.
Yep, 24-19 as the final second ticks off the clock. There's the cannon. The Marauders have won 2 in a row. 24-19 is our final tonight over the Kingman Bulldogs. The Marauders have their first home victory of the year, and we hope they got another one coming. Watch out, Badgers. We'll be back to Mingus High School. The Marauders win it 24-19. We'll return after this.
Verizon Verizon Premium Wireless Retailer. Come in today for the latest from America's largest and most reliable wireless network, including nationwide unlimited talk from Motorola, LG, Samsung, Apple, and HTC. Find Digitel, your Verizon Premium Wireless Retailer, in the Flagstaff Mall, in Cottonwood at 960 South Main Street, in Payson at 401 North Beeline Highway, and in Prescott with locations in the Prescott Gateway Mall, Willow Crossroads, and the shops at Prescott Gateway.
Remember all those rules you heard as a child?
Do not play with fire.
You'll always remember those rules.
Don't sit so close to the screen.
But now there are times you may have to challenge those rules.
Stay inside the lines.
And bending those rules may even lead to a career.
Pick up your toys, kids.
Imagine all the possibilities. When you venture out to make your life your own, remember the rules, but don't be afraid to take chances. Explore your sense of wonder. Feed your curiosity. Yavapai College. Life explored.
The Suzy Q Market is the most convenient stop for road trips, with 1,500 beverage selections and plenty of snacks. And save on Texaco fuel with your Safeway Rewards card. The Suzy Q drive-thru window is the most convenient way to pick up those essentials on the way home.
Road trips start here.
With something for everyone.
At the Suzy Q Market.
Next to KFC on Main Street, Cottonwood.
Go Marauders!
Would you rather recycle like this or like this? Clean Recycling processes over 95% of the materials collected as opposed to under 20% with other processes. Just add a recycling container and your recycling materials end up recycled instead of in the landfill. Just one of the many reasons Taylor Waste has been voted #1 for the past 8 years in a row.
Hi, I'm Chris Taylor, owner of Taylor Waste. We're proud to serve our friends and neighbors with service tailored to your needs.
Welcome to the Digitel Verizon Wireless Post-Game Report. Digitel, a Verizon Premium Wireless Retailer in Cottonwood at 960 South Main Street. Stay tuned for a complete wrap-up of tonight's game, including highlights, stats, and the announcement of the player of the game. The Digitel Verizon Wireless Post-Game Report starts now. Here's Zach Calandra.
Back at Mingus High School in 2 weeks, 2 wins for the Marauders. Now sitting at 3-5 on the season with a winnable game coming up next week up in Coconino. And then the final game of the season, a home game against the Prescott Badgers, which we hope will be for the right to be a 500 squad on the season, JB. The Marauders started out a little slow with some tough games against some very good teams. Now towards the end of the schedule, they've got winnable games and they're winning them.
We got to remember, we haven't played the Kingman Bulldogs in quite some time, and it wasn't until recently that Kingman wasn't in the same division as Hamilton.
It's a big school.
Yeah, it was a 5A school, and then it was a Division I school, and now they've dropped all the way down to Division III and happen to be sharing section time with the Mingus Marauders.
They had a new school that opened up in Kingman that I think has taken away a lot of their sports, as a matter of fact.
Well, that could be the case, and that is exactly the reason that you and I have been against a possible second high school here in Cottonwood or the Verde Valley area, huh?
Well, as long as they let them all play football at Mingus.
Okay, well, that'll work.
To them.
However, difficult to control that, right?
I don't know. I don't have any control over any of it. I think they should all be allowed to play here.
That's
Sedona, Cam Verde, anybody's got a good guy, send them to us.
Okay, that'll work. That'll certainly work. Well, Mingus
got on ourselves Notre Dame North.
Hey, I like it. NDN, right? NDN. Okay, perfect. Mingus got on the board first, was able to maintain a lead and maintain the whole lead throughout the game. Mingus would score first with a 61-yard scamper up the middle as Collins takes the trap play 61 yards down the far side of the field and outruns everybody to the end zone, including the defensive backs and the safeties. Good speed for a linebacker and turn around, play your fullback position as well, huh?
Yeah, the kid spends a lot of time in the weight room, JB, and he works on his body and he works on his power and his strength, and it's obviously showing up in his speed.
Yeah, the proof's in the pudding right there. Proof's on the
I bet
video.
he likes pudding.
That's true. Jacobo had the extra point after the touchdown and actually would score the next 4 points for the Mingus Marauders.
Back-to-back games with a field goal.
No kidding. This one, a 16-yard field goal. His second of the year. He's 2 of 3. Almost a chip shot for him. And the lefty from Mingus gets plenty of distance, plenty of height. And Mingus went up by 10 points at that point.
23-yarder, not quite as long as last week where he hit a 32-yarder, but nonetheless, the 3 points on the board, and the Marauders obviously feeling like if they get close and they need the points, that Jacobo's going to be able to knock it through for them.
Well, you got to remember as well, first scoring attempt of the game was from Kingman.
Yeah,
a 40-yard field goal attempt that fell about 5 or 6 yards short of the uprights.
It looked like it was on line, just short.
Just not quite enough distance. Second quarter action, and the Kingman Bulldogs would make it interesting. A 33-yard toss, second quarter with 1:45 left to go, and Logus would find Burgess for the first of a couple of different hookups in the evening. 33 yards in the air, beats the man on the far side of the field, actually reaching over the top of him, and Burgess gets the touchdown. McFarland adds the extra point, and it was 10-7 at halftime. Mingus would score first in the third quarter, and 10-7. It was a lot closer than anyone would expect at that particular point. Mingus would score first in the third quarter. A 17-yard pass. Karen finds his first of 2 touchdowns. Navarez coming to the left side, looking, watching Karen the whole way. Good protection on that play. And Karen gets the ball and then able to avoid 2 different defenders. Cuts one to the outside, one to the inside, and Karen scores the extra point. Mingus goes up once again by 2 scores with the Jacobo extra point. It was 17-7. Fourth quarter action, and Karen would score again and extend the lead for the Mingus Marauders. This one works out to be a 22-yard pass. Navarez finds Karen on the far side of the field for his second touchdown of the game. In fact, a quick little out turn there, and Karen at the 10-yard line does it. The rest of it himself, puts on the brakes. Safety goes flying off the field, and then can pretty much just walk it into the end zone at that point. The Jacobo extra point, he does. Jacobo extra point was good, and Mingus then led at 24-7. However, it would be the defense that makes this one a little bit close at this point. Fourth quarter action, 8:05 left to go. And getting on the board is Burgess again with an 18-yard touchdown pass, but it was really set up by this run right here as Smith cuts his way back, and Scott cuts it back and gets 43 yards on the far side of the field. A touchdown saving tackle right there by Dakota Hanks right at about the 18-yard line, but it would be the next play that Burgess would catch the ball on the far side of the field over the defensive back once again. The extra point was huge because it was no good at that point, Zach, and it became an 11-point game. And Mingus thinking, okay, that's still 2 scores. In fact, it's a score and a 2-point conversion and a field goal. So Mingus felt a little bit confident at that point that they could keep this game out of reach. However, it didn't quite go that way.
Well, no, because if you make that extra point that they missed and then they don't have to go for 2 on the next one, then that game coming down the stretch, it's not a 5-point game. They don't need a touchdown to win. They just need a field goal to tie, and that certainly changes your play calling and what you need to do in the final 2 minutes of the game.
Yeah, all you got to do is get somewhere around the 20-yard line. Obviously, they showed they had the leg to put the ball through the uprights if need be. Well, that's not the way they would go. Instead, they would come back with fourth quarter at 3:44 left to go and made this one a little interesting, a little too interesting for the blood pressure medication as far as I'm concerned. An 8-yard toss as Logus finds Scott for a touchdown, breaking across the middle. They had just taken a timeout for this one, and Logus gets a little pressure from Collins, but he still finds his man who somehow just barely breaks the plane of the end zone for the touchdown, and Scott picks up the points. However, the 2-point conversion at that point was no good, and it became a 5-point game, 24-19. The onside kick attempt right after that, I'm not sure what went wrong with that.
Well, I don't think they were trying to go for the onside. I think they were trying to pooch it up over the top and see if they could beat somebody to the ball and maybe just get it on. It's a free ball at that point. So I think that's what they were trying to do. They didn't want to try to kick it short and see if they could beat the Marauders to it. They want to try to kick it over them and see if they could beat the Marauders to it. Unfortunately for the Bulldogs, the ball went out of bounds. Great news for Mingus. They got it at the 35.
Right. And
didn't do anything and subsequently turned it over.
Right.
But they did take a little time off the clock.
It took a little time off the clock. However, the Bulldogs had another shot. And then it was a game-saving interception for the Mingus Marauders. And I think it was Rios on the far side of the field basically outran his man to the far corner. As Logus puts it up, and Mingus found themselves a little bit deep out there and coming up with the interception right over the receiver. Great job, and then Upham turns around to try to block for him out there. At that point, you pretty much just want to go down, but Rios thinking to himself, hey, I ran one back, fumble recovery for, 88 yards last game. I could do this.
He's a senior. He's not going down. He's got the ball in his hands. He's going to try to run and do what he can. He might not get many more touches.
That's very true. Coming down to the final couple of games, only one game left for these seniors back here at home, and that's against Prescott in a couple of weeks.
Yeah, and that'll be the final game of the year here for the Marauders. They do have a home win, and we'd like to get another one. All right, fans, let's take a break right here. Final score, Mingus Marauders win it tonight by a final of 24-19 over the Kingman Bulldogs. Let's take a break, and we'll be back with more of the post-game show brought to you by Digitel Verizon Wireless. We'll be back to the Cave after this.
Reese's Tire and Automotive Tire Pros give you more miles for your money. Locally owned and grown, Reese's Tire and Automotive Tire Pros will beat any competitor. Bring your best deal and they'll beat it on price, total service, tire quality, and arguably the best nationwide warranty. For 24 months or 24,000 miles and available at 30,000 locations coast to coast. Get more miles for your money every day from your hometown team, Reese's Tire and Automotive Tire Pros.
Your local Taco Bell invites you to Live Moss. There are now 3 varieties of Doritos Locos Tacos at Taco Bell. Nacho Cheese, Cool Ranch, and the new Fiery Doritos Locos Taco. Convenient hours, drive-through, and open late every night. Visit your local Taco Bell, located on the corner of Highway 89A and Cove Parkway in Cottonwood. Taco Bell. Live Moss.
The Victory Red Tag Model Year End event. We're clearing out the last of our 2013 bikes. Now's the time to jump on our best deals on the best bikes on the planet. Get up to $2,000 in rebates, 0.99% financing, and a 5-year powertrain warranty. Get one while you still can.
Visit Cottonwood Motorsports at Route 260 and Western Drive.
Hi, I'm John Andretti for Window World, America's largest replacement window company. Made in the USA. That's a powerful statement. It's also our story. Window World was born here, and the products we sell and install are made here. Our stores are locally owned, so your money goes to work here in our community. We think that making American homes more energy efficient goes hand in hand with protecting American jobs. Window World, American made, American owned.
Visit the new location at 101 Air Park Road in Cottonwood. Call 649-9111, ROC number 286642.
2 things we can count on every year.
A new set of tax rules and great weather here in northern Arizona.
Jackson Hewitt Tax Service, locally owned and operated by Lewis Rice since 1997, is here for you all year long.
Your neighborhood Jackson Hewitt Tax Office will help you in all of your taxing situations.
Electronic filing is always free with your tax preparation at Jackson Hewitt Tax Service.
Get more in return. Call 1-800-234-1040 for an office near you.
Back at Mingus High School, the Marauders have their first home victory of the season, 24-19 over the Kingman Bulldogs, and also their first winning streak of the season, 2 in a row. Mingus now 3-5 on the season with a game next week up at Coconino, and then the final game of the year right here at home against the Prescott Badgers, who JB pretty much cleaned up the floor tonight with the Prescott Valley Bradshaw Mountain Bears.
Well, what's really interesting about that is Prescott now moves to 3-1 in the section, and Bradshaw falls to 3-1 in the section. Bradshaw had the section clean out with a win over Prescott here tonight, and Prescott made sure that there was no doubt about it. 49-7, as you made mention, the score, and so that just made things very topsy-turvy here in the section. Now, if they end up tied in the section, Prescott goes as the section winner because they got the head-to-head competition with Bradshaw.
Bears rooting for the Marauders the rest of the way.
No kidding, huh? Yeah, the Marauders might be the best chance the Bears have left of winning that section.
You know they're thinking that. Well, statistically speaking, tonight we had a 100-yard rusher for the Mingus Marauders, and he also scored a touchdown. Levi Collins got his first century mark of the season. We had a couple of touchdown receptions from Tanner Karen, which means that Micah Navarez threw a couple of TDs as well. And a lot of the Marauders getting their names called here tonight. A lot of the guys contributing again like they did last week up in Bullhead City at Mojave.
Navarez ends up 5 for 11, 64 yards, had a real tough first half, 62 of those yards, and both touchdowns in the second half. Mingus being a second half team.
That's right.
Collins, 8 carries, 113 yards on the ground out here, and you made mention of Karen receiving the ball here tonight, ends up with 2 receptions, 38 yards, both of them for touchdowns.
Touchdown, yep.
Heisel had 1. Zach Simmons had a reception for 23 yards out there tonight. Rios, 3 carries, 25 yards for the Mingus Marauders. Heisel also carried the ball here in the first and second half. Ends up with 23 yards on 9 carries.
Didn't ever get that big breakaway one, Heisel. A lot of the ones where he tried to get to the outside and just didn't quite get it here tonight.
I know. Navarez found it rough going here in the pocket. Ends up being sacked 5 times. Ends up with negative 18 yards.
Ouch.
From the line of scrimmage. I know that is real tough. Dakota Hanks did not get many carries, 7 of them, and 19 yards on the ground here for Dakota Hanks. He'll go over 450 rushing yards for the season. Collins saying, "Hey man, I'm right behind you."
Trying to catch him.
Yeah, I know. 2 games left, man. 2 games left.
He's had less than half the carries, but that 16 tonight that he had?
113 yards.
113, that's a quarter of it right there in one game.
Oh, I know, yeah, no, you're going to make it up in big chunks out here. Mingus ends up with 233 yards of total offense from the line of scrimmage, and actually the Kingman Bulldogs end up with 283 yards of total offense from the line of scrimmage. They outdo the Marauders in that sense, and Logus had a great night. How about 12 of 16 here tonight, 178 yards. And that's not correct on Channel 2. We actually have 3 touchdowns and 1 interception, not 1 touchdown, 3 throwing touchdowns here tonight. And
not by that kid.
From Logus?
Yeah.
Yeah, he threw 3 touchdowns here tonight.
3 touchdown passes?
Yep.
They didn't run one in. Huh?
Oh, nope. One to Scott and 2 to number 24, Burgess, for the game. Running the ball here tonight, Scott ends up with 13 carries, 61 yards, and no touchdowns on the ground. His only touchdown coming in the air, right. But Mingus gave up quite a few yards in the air. I'm somewhat surprised. Now, the Bulldogs want to run the ball. Mingus really didn't let him, forced him to throw it, and really only picked the ball off once at the end of the game.
Right, the one interception, and it was a huge one for the Marauders. It stopped the drive that could have lost the game for Mingus, and Jesse Rios came up with a big INT, which also gave us a chance for our pick of the week from Larry Green Chevrolet.
No kidding. It's the 3rd time this season we're going to end up with a pick of the week, and this week's pick of the week from Larry Green Chevrolet, 2011 Hyundai Genesis 2OT. $21,500, just 11,500 miles. Larry Green Chevrolet's proud to sponsor the pick of the week, and they're better, and they will prove it.
This is the Digitel Verizon Wireless post-game report. Let's take a quick break right here. And, well, wait, let's let Jackie tell us a little bit about Digitel, and then we'll take our break.
How about the new Motorola Moto X and LG G2? Now available in stores. Digitel, a premium Verizon wireless retailer, locally owned as an Arizona business. And, of course, you're going to find them all over northern Arizona. You like that one?
Yeah.
Should we tell them about that one?
Sure, may as well.
Digitel, offering home phone service for just $20 a month.
That's pretty good.
You spill that. You spill more than that in your truck. $20 a month, home phone service.
Well, I'm going to have to go root through my truck. All right, fans, let's take a quick break right here. We'd like to thank Digitel, Verizon Wireless for being one of our great sponsors. Stick around. We'll come back with players of the game and a wrap up of tonight's ball game. The Marauders won 2 in a row. Final tonight, 24-19 over Kingman. We'll be back after this.
Here in the Verde Valley, it's always a great time to ride. And for all your cycle needs, it's always a great time to visit D&K Service Cycle and ATV. Their certified technicians can keep your street bike or your dirt bike in tip-top shape year-round. Stop in and check out the full inventory of riding gear. At D&K, they can help sell your good used motorcycles too. Go to dkservicecycle.com and find out about the consignment program. D&K Service Cycle and ATV in Cottonwood, a quarter-mile south of Walmart.
Our whole team is here to help you get the most out of each workout here at the Cottonwood Recreation Center.
Back at Mingus High School, the Marauders victorious 24-19 over the visiting Kingman Bulldogs. The Marauders now sit at 3-5 on the season. The Bulldogs drop to 3-5.
Well, Mingus did what they needed to do and probably made it a little closer than we preferred to have it, winning here tonight 24-19, a 5-point victory, but nonetheless doing exactly what had to be done. The big there's so many different people that went for player of the game here tonight. Rios with the game-saving interception at the end of the game. Man, you got to give kudos right there. Karen with 2 more receiving touchdowns.
Yeah.
And
Navarre's for throwing them.
And Navarre's for throwing them, absolutely. And then again, you got a two-way player. I don't know. He's going to get my vote. Levi Collins, 113 yards on the ground, 1 touchdown. The first touchdown of the game. The junior coming up with it. And not only that, defensively had a very, very solid game.
Always does. No doubt about it. One of the best defensive players the Marauders have. Levi Collins, only a junior. We expect to see him up there a couple more times for his playing days are done here at Mingus High School. Well, fans, we want to remind you to watch the televised replay of tonight's football game on Verde Valley Television Channel 2, on Cable 1 and Suddenlink cable systems, or online at any time, verdevalleytv.com. That's on demand if you go online. Is that right, JB? Starting sometime tomorrow, I imagine, after it gets plugged in and programmed. And we'd like to thank you for tuning in here tonight. We'd like to thank our camera crew, Abby, Joey, JC, and we also like to thank our producers, Ryan Nichols and Brian Saravo, back down in the truck and keeping us updated with all our highlights and everything for tonight. And for Jackie Bessler, I'm Zach Calandra. We will talk to you next week from Flagstaff at Cromer Field. It's going to be chilly. Bring your jacket as we head up to watch the Marauders continue the win streak against the Coconino Panthers.
It's going to be fun. It's been a while since we've been up there.
We like streaking. We're on one, 2 in a row. That's a streak.
Okay,
we're going for 3 next week.
You threw me on that one. All right. Then streaking we will go.
All right, fans. Thanks for tuning in. We'll talk to you next Friday night from Cromer Field in Flagstaff.
With our pants on.
This has been the Digitel Verizon Wireless Post-Game Report. Digitel, a Verizon Wireless premium wireless retailer in Cottonwood at 960 South Main Street. Join Yavapai Broadcasting Sports next week for more Mingus Marauder football right here on AM 1600 and Verde Valley Television Cable 1 Channel 2, or online at verdevalleytv.com.